QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, qfinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Every single ticket that's sold, 5% of proceeds from that ticket is going to Jigsaw to help us provide free therapy for young people aged 12 to 25 across Galway City and County who are experiencing difficulty with their mental health.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
County final day. It's a big day. It's a different day, isn't it?
Of course, it's different. Yeah, it's special. There's a great buzz about it. You know, the people of Loughrea, you know, they're fantastic people. You know, brilliant town. You know, all the businesses and shops and restaurants, publicans, you know, and you know, the amount of work that they're doing, not only for the people of Loughrea, but for the outside surrounding areas of Loughrea as well. And the amount of employment that we're creating, the friendly faces in there, you know, and we are really, really privileged to be going out and representing those people of Loughrea. It's really important to us.
There couldn't be many more neighbours left like to play, but now you're going to play another one in the county final, Loughrea, who've been knocking at this knockout door for so long, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Look, Loughrea are a brilliant team over the last couple of years. They've their experience at this, probably something we're lacking in, but kind of something we're trying to learn pretty quick. But yeah, they have great players. They have the experience of, you know, obviously Johnny Cohen and Paul Hubin, but they've brought in obviously young Shaughnessy, Anthony Burns. You know, they have a good mix of youth plus that experience as well. Yeah, they'll be a huge test, but look, something we'll relish, and we will, something to relish. We'll go after.
Final whistle blew, you're into the county final. The neighbours, like, there's a unique nature to the final, isn't there, in the sense that you don't have to go too far up the road to meet any of the opposition.
No, we don't. And look, we know Cappatagle. We've played them a lot down through the years. They've toppled us. We've beaten them a couple of times. They've beaten us. So we know them. There's a good, healthy rivalry. We know a lot of them. They come into the town, and we know them fairly well. Like, so it's good rivalry, and it'll be an interesting final, and hopefully all goes well.
What about your management team, serious team, the Shane Cusicks, the Tommy Kellys, but John Conlon, also the All-Ireland winner with Clare, is playing a part?
Yeah, John is in with us. He was in kind of last year. We didn't see him as much last year as his Clonlara they won the championship in Clare. He's with us a good bit this year now, and you know, John has won at the club, he's won at the county level, so he's a good guy to have around the pitch, and we all kind of listen to him and respect what he has, and you know, he's good to have around, yeah. Brings something different.
Finally, you looking forward to it?
Sure, look, if you're not looking forward to it, no, you're in the wrong game, I suppose, yeah. So we are looking forward to it.
I suppose the one thing, looking at your squad, there's a lot of experience there from the 4 semi-finals, but also for the last 3 years you've been in quarterfinals. But the other point as well is that you're very good forwards, haven't you?
Yeah, well, look, I think the backs would probably be given out as well if we said the forwards were quite good. So, look, we haven't a massive squad, but we've a really honest group of guys there, and they just give their all a train, and we enjoy going down training together, and we gel quite well together. So.
And we'd say yourself, obviously, the Collinses, Jan Mannion, but a word for Donal Mannion, who's missing out as well with the knee injury.
Donal looks super player. He's a county minor when he was younger. He's a really super player. It's just a pity for him that he's missing out on this. But look, he's a great guy. I'm sure he's probably already looking forward to getting back, recovery, and going again at it next year. Like, so. Yeah, look, you'd feel sorry for him, but look, that's sport. Sometimes that happens, and there's nothing you can do but just get on it. Like, same thing with Anthony in life. Finally,
You have to be looking forward to it. It's the first final for your club. I mean, the place is going to go crazy, but you have to embrace a bit of that too, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Like you play hurling to like hurling's a sport. You play sport to enjoy yourself. Like, so, look, you have to look forward to going into a final. And if you didn't look forward to going into a final, like, there's no point in playing sports. So yeah, look, but we're well aware the challenge is going to be against us. Like, Loughrea are a super club. Like, they're in the final for a reason. They're the only team that's unbeaten. So look, I know the challenge that's ahead of us, but I'm looking forward to it. Was you play a sport to enjoy yourself, like.
Very welcome live to Kenny Park in Athenry, where the scene is set for the Brooks Senior Hurling Championship Final of 2024. The teams to our left, as we look out from the commentary position, are Loughrea in their traditional blue jerseys with that distinctive yellow slash, and on the right, the first time appearance in a County Senior Championship Final for Cappatagle in the red and black hoops. Delighted to be joined on the commentary team this afternoon by Cyril Farrell, Andy Cohen and Niall Canavan. Cyril, first of all, big day, lovely day for a start. It's dry, we had a bit of rain this morning, no wind. It's as good as you're going to get.
Yeah, for this time of the year, Sean, it's brilliant, really. Like, the fantastic electric atmosphere I counted, even coming in early, say at 11 o'clock. There was queues outside the turnstiles at that stage, and you can see it's an unique county final. And I suppose being back in Athenry as well, we've got a lot of neutral supporters that will travel here. We've got a beautiful day, which I believe the sun is even coming out to shine. Like, you know, both teams are doing their warming up, and like we're used to them now doing different little things in the warm up. I suppose we're led to believe that there's no shocks on either side starting off, so time will tell. I see the referee probably going up, probably having a chat with each goalie before the start, maybe to do with the puck outs, but looking forward to a great. And the big thing today, Sean, as well, no rain, but also no big breeze, which is fantastic, because it means you're going to have a full 60 to 7 minutes of even Stephen hurling.
Andy, you've played in occasions like this. The crowd coming into Kenny Park on its own, it really is a cauldron, isn't it?
It's brilliant, and it's great for the players really to actually finally to sample it, to see everybody here. There's been lots of talk about it all week. They've been doing their best to avoid it, but look, for Cappatagle especially, it's their first time in a final, and they may as well just embrace the whole lot of it. It's a super atmosphere. None of them have ever been here before, so it's best to try and enjoy it as much as you can and not get too caught up with the nerves.
Absolutely. Niall, you're looking down from the same position here. Massive crowd, but a big day for the two teams, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a huge crowd here, Sean. It's Kenny Park and County Final Day, and the two teams here it's a huge day for them, coming in different ways, I presume, in the sense that Loughrea have been here before, Cappatagle have never been here before. The atmosphere is absolutely electric. You saw it when the two teams came out, the roars that went up from their supporters, and the amount of neutral people that are here as well today, it's phenomenal. But it's a great day for the two teams, and for them, their perspective, they'll try to cut out the atmosphere and whatever's been said in the crowd and whatever, just to focus on the game. And it is a huge game, and we wish the best and the best luck, and hopefully it'll be a good game of hurling and a good showpiece for the Galway County Final.
And a big day for Brian Keown and his officials, who are out in the middle of the field there as well. And I suppose, sir, for them, we have to think of them as well on today. The team is on that backroom team, or as I say, the officials. The first time that Brian Keown will handle the Galway Senior Championship final. John Kane, Carol Collins are his linesmen. Liam Gordon is the fourth official. The umpires are Jamie Flanagan, Anthony McGann, Cathal Tuohy and Pat Hickey. Big day for them.
Yeah, big day. Like Brian would know his officials well. They've done a lot of inter-county games and club games. It's the same 4 or 5 umpires every day. And it's a big game. Just hope he has a good one. But yeah, he will. He's very good referee, very, very fit, and very, very fair. Both teams know that he's what they call he'd go by the book, so they'll know what to do and what not to do.
Alright, so what we'll do then is Brian Keown takes his place out in the middle of the field there, just going through some of the pictures. Good to see the lovely GA sign as well put in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Stephen Bruton, the man, a Loughrea man, I'm sure he'll be hoping for success for his team today, and of course he'll be hoping for to get more signs out there as well. He's Pitch Lining Ireland, it's called. Stephen Bruton is the owner there, and if you're interested in that, it's info@pitchliningireland.com if you want to get information with regard to that. And it's great to see the GA sign out in the middle of the field here in Kenny Park.
Okay, well then we'll go to the teams. We're looking at the Cappatagle team as they're warming up. So we'll start with the Cappatagle team then as it lines out in their first ever historic county final. The team long expected lines. James Skehill, of course, a very experienced goalkeeper, and the full back James Garvey, Michael Garvey, his brother. Those two Garveys are big men in the 3 and 6 positions. Louis Coughlin wears number 8, but usually is back in the defensive line for them. Up front, Niall Collins and Liam Collins along with Jam Mannion have been the key performers. They've been hitting the big scores, and Cappatagle will look to try and get them involved in the game early on today. Declan Cronin has been one of their standout defenders as well. Donica Campbell, of course, part of the team that has got them to this big stage here today. The Loughrea team then is also along expected lines with a very established goalkeeper now in Garage Lucknan. Johnny Cohen, the man, of course, who won an All-Ireland medal with Galway in 2017, is the full back. At centre back is Shane Morgan, a man who has excelled throughout the championship, but it's up front that they really do carry the punch. Anthony Burns in it, wearing the 13 jersey, has scored 3-14 in the championship to date. Darren Shaughnessy beside him has scored 3-5. Throw in Joseph Mooney and Neil Keary, and you have the makings of a very, very potent forward line. And I suppose, sir, looking at both those teams, we've seen them a lot down through the year. They will have been analysed to death, I would imagine, the last 2 weeks by the respective management teams.
Yeah, I suppose a big thing for Loughrea this year is Tiernan Killian settling into centre forward. Good hurler, has 2 good brothers as well, 2 good hurlers, but Kieran has also taken the frees and settled down into that role. Cayman Killian, his brother on one side, Joe Mooney, they actually play very deep. And so Niall Keary usually, even though he starts number 15, comes out as well, plays deep, and it means that Anthony Burns and Darren Shaughnessy are the 2 inside.
Yeah,
now Cappatagle are much the same with the 2 boys.
We'll just go to the toss for a second, sir, Niall.
Yeah, the toss took place there a couple of moments ago. Loughrea won the toss, Ina Hanrahan won it and has opted to play into the scoreboard end in the first half.
Yeah, going back to the forward line of Cappatagle, you have Liam Collins inside and Ronan Garvey. You have Niall Collins outside along with J-Man, and these guys, they move around. But Oran Finn and Malone do a lot of work. But you'd have to say that their main scores come from J-Man and then the two Collins. Is J on a good day is capable of beating the team in his own. They'll be looking for him to use his pace and his finishing power to get really kind of one over them. But look, it promises to be a great game, great crowd. You won't get a better, would you believe, Sean, that the sun is now pelting down here in the terrace and everyone is putting their hands up to their eyes to try to see out. The cloud will probably come again, but it's a fantastic occasion and there's some big crowd, best part of 8 to 10,000 here, I'd say.
There's a newness, Andy, isn't there? There's a newness about this final.
That's brilliant, yeah. It's not to stick the knife in Pearse Stadium, but it's just the thought of going across the city to the west side compared to coming to Athenry, I would say the traditional home of hurling in Galway. And now when you see a crowd like this, it was always probably one of my favourite venues, just the semi-final occasion, the final. Crowd are right on you, in by the fence there. You can hear them individually, you can hear them all together, and it just makes for just the overall, just the whole occasion here. I'm really excited for the final now. It should be a great game.
So we're still within what? We are 8 minutes away from throw-in. I think see the 4 umpires are having a chat there with Brian Keown as well. It's a big day for them. And I suppose the one thing, sir, does it help that Loughrea have been here just 2 years ago? Versus Cappy being here for the first and the only time so far. Yeah, well, I suppose you can look at it both ways. Loughrea here can use an advantage, but they have been beaten in finals, whereas Cappy have never been beaten in the final because they were never in it. But really, what can happen, Sean, in any final, in All Ireland final, say inter-county or club here now, the first few scores sometimes can be very important, and sometimes they can come cheap enough. Yeah. People mightn't be just kind of steady enough for it. Even the crowd might be fully behind it. It's a lot harder to get them near the end than it is at the beginning. Now, that shouldn't be the way, but you're probably going to find that the team that starts fast will probably have a great chance of winning the game. Now, so far, the games we've been at, John, Loughrea have come out with the traps very, very quick, and I would think Cappy will set up in the first half space just to kind of contain them early on and stay in the game. Game plans, Andy, is that what Cappy will want to do, stay in the game? I'm sure they would take starting well themselves as well and going into a lead. So they're surely just saying, just settle into the game, nothing wild, limit your mistakes as much as possible. Don't, as long as kind of nothing drastic happens in the first 5 minutes for Cappatagle and they settle into the game and get into their own rhythm. For me, it's to be one in the middle of the field, pretty much between the two 45s. Both teams are going to be looking to get Liam Collins, Jam Mannion on one side, Anthony Burns, Darren Shaughnessy on the other, and in the middle then it's a free for all. Whoever can get the possession, whoever can kind of get that ball in quicker, or whoever kind of even freeze and stuff, in those battles in the middle. So both teams, whoever can settle the fastest, avoid any kind of major mishaps, and get into their rhythm, they should go a long way. And I suppose, sir, we talk about the big day, we talk about the uniqueness of the day, but ultimately it's a game of hurling, and it's down to the basics, isn't it? It's down to doing everything as well as you can. I suppose it's down to doing the simple things well. Don't mind the fancy stuff. Just do the simple things well. First touch, get it into the hand if you want a first touch. Say a shot is on. If it's not on, don't take it. If it's on, have a go, but not impossible angles. And as Andy says, there, cut the mistakes down. Just looking at them warming up here, and I'm looking at Jamie Ryan. His number is at 26 and he's back. He's really flying out there. And I know he'd love the starter to get on, he's been coming on the last few matches, but he's some sub to come on now. It wouldn't surprise me if he started, but he probably won't. But Loughrea down in front of us here, they're popping these balls all fairly accurate, whereas Cappy above in the other corner, they're taking shorter balls. But look, when the game starts, it usually takes on a life of its own. I see Morgan practicing the 65s. Again, he probably in the games we've seen, he's popped a few long range frees. They all count at the end of the day. Now, so has Micheál Garvey for Cappy on the long range as well, and they all count at the end of the day. Looking from our commentary position here as well, Niall, looking across the field, I mean, this is a big open pitch, isn't it? There's no hiding on county final day, and I presume all of the plans have been made. We're dying to see what the matchups are. We talked about them on Friday night, who is going to pick up each marquee forward, but this is down to every player winning their own individual battle, isn't it? Yeah, it's a huge battle, I suppose. The lads were saying, if you were saying there about Cappy staying in the game, they probably won't help them like us for saying that. They're in the county final on merit. They've got here by beating St Thomas, the All-Ireland champions. They beat their neighbours Sarsfields in the quarter final, and they were very, very strong coming down the stretch in both of those games. They finished very, very strongly. We know the two guys inside for Loughrea, well, maybe Cappatagle might go a bit more defensive early on, just to ensure that the likes of Anthony Burns and Darren Shaughnessy don't maybe get that space inside. But at the other end of the field, then you have Liam Collins going to be inside, you have J. Mannion, and you have Niall Collins as well.
Three guys who were well able to take scores. I'm looking at Michael Garvey taking a free here back in his own 45-metre line. He has had a fine campaign as well for Cappatagle. I see two guys here. I see Donald Mannion and I see Martin McManus as well on either side, and neither of them togged for a county final, and both of them have given great service to their clubs down through the years, and it's a pity that they're not togged for today's county final due to injury.
Certainly is. We say hello to Katie and Emer. They're out in Abu Dhabi and indeed Melbourne. They wish Uncle Tommy Kelly all the best, and that comes in from them. My God, I'd say you've a better son than we have, but we won't give out. We won't give out. We have the son today ourselves as well. Best of luck to the Loughrea hurlers from Pamela Lee and Sonny shouting from on the town from Kilcullen in County Kildare. So they're listening all over the place. For the two teams going into their huddle now, Cyril, down here on the right, Cappy are in it. See Liam Donoghue is a man with great experience, has added to this Stephen Craven-led management team for the men of Cappatagle for Loughrea. Gavin Keary, Shane Cusick, we name them all the time. Very good coaches. Nigel Murray, we know John Conlon is involved as well. For the management teams as well, these are the big moments.
These are the big moments, yeah. Liam Donoghue's helping out Cappy, and John Conlon's helping out Loughrea, but basically they're all home produced fellas, which is nice to see as well. But a good start is half the battle here. Both are in their huddles now, and it's going to be interesting, as you would say, Sean. Even the matchup, what we do Cappy match up, we'll say the two scorers inside Shaughnessy and Burns. How on the other end, who picks up the Collins, who picks up Joy Manning. Now they'll have that worked out in training, but sometimes the opposition can throw a spanner in the works. They might start one of them, say wing forward or even centre field, and then you're kind of and maybe you throw a spanner in the works. Supposing Jamie Ryan starts.
Yeah.
He's flying around there, and he kind of looked well the last time. Now they probably won't break the winning team. But
could Keane Bowes start as well? Another from the flip side.
Bowes has plenty of pace, very good pace, lads. But I suppose both sets of management are kind of happy enough with the subs bring on, because you'd have to say, to be fair to both sets of subs that came on both days, Sean, that we saw them the last semi-final and quarter-final. The subs actually didn't weaken the team, which is a big plus.
Andy, these are the 2 or 3 minutes now to throw in, 2 minutes to throw in. These are the moments that players probably dread, are they?
Yeah, it's finally here now. I'm looking at the two teams there, and I'm kind of thinking back to my own days. You're just waiting for that hour on Naveen, and there was always kind of a kick-off for me. Was always the national anthem. I always kind of enjoyed that part, because it's something just to focus you at that point.
Sarah Jardine is the singer of the national anthem. She comes from Annadown, so she's ready to give us the rendition then of our on Naveen. So then the scene is set for the 2024 Brooks Senior Championship Hurling Final. As we look out from our commentary position here on the terrace side of Kenny Park and Athenry, is Liam Gordon, the fourth official who handled last year's final, makes his way to the sideline. It will be Cappatagle that will be playing from left to right. They'll be playing into the town goal in this first half. Loughrea will be playing into the scoreboard end. The matchups are about to happen. We're going to follow the action. The action is in the middle of the field. Brian Keown has the shitter in his hand. He's ready to throw it in. We have reached the allotted time on the 10th of November 2024. You're listening to us on Galway Bay FM. You're watching us on the Galway GA stream as the county final is underway, and Ian Hanrahan wins the throw in and gets the men of Loughrea on the attack. Ball up towards Dara Dolan, gets a touch back to James Garvey. James Garvey goes down on it, flicked away though by Cayman Killeen, and Cayman Killeen is on the ball, heading in towards the goal as he foul going in. Referee deemed that he overcarried. First call from Brian Keown. Andy Cohen.
Yeah, hard to know now. It probably looked like in the usual case it would have been a free in, but I suppose Cappy got away with one there.
Yeah, probably gave him advantage, couldn't throw, didn't get rid of it. It's a let off. It was a lovely ball in, and they picked it up straight away.
So then James Scahill will take the first free out of his defence then this afternoon as he looks to see where he will go with this. Cahill, of course, a man who famously came on twice as a substitute goalkeeper in the All-Ireland finals of 12 and 15 as he bends, lifts and strikes, or came off injured I should say, in both those finals, as he sends a long ball down towards Malone. The ball is going up in the air. Who wants to claim it? The man that claims it is Jam Mannion. Jam Mannion is on the ball, half hooked as he clears the ball upfield or try to get into the 20-metre line, but the man that deals with it is Johnny Cohen. Johnny Cohen sends it across his 20-metre line to Sean Sweeney. Sean Sweeney is Garrett Drucknan behind him, but he goes out to Shane O'Brien, and suddenly Shane O'Brien is into an ocean of space, passes the respective 65-metre line. Shane O'Brien, the son of Desi, goes all the way to the centre forward channel, but good tracking back by Oran Finn, puts him under pressure, dispossesses them. In the numbers go to the breakdown again. Also in around the house there is Tiernan Killian trying to get it up. In there is Micheál Garvey. Ball comes back into the waiting hand of the man who started all this, Shane O'Brien. And could Shane O'Brien get the first point of the county final? Comes off the post, it goes over the bar. Shane O'Brien is the man to get the first point of the county final. He started as Cyril and he finished it.
Yeah, he went up from wing back. He was trying to draw a defender supposedly off a hand pass. No one came. He kept coming through. Then was torpedoed a little bit and fought back and won a great point. But he's having a great season. Like, they have him back wing back. Probably his best position because he's a kind of a go player, full of energy.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind going up the field because he spent a lot of time in that area of the field down through the years. The puck out goes straight from Cappatagle point of view, and Kieran Hanrahan sends a long ball up to Anthony Burns. First test now of Declan Cronin. Anthony Burns gets onto the ball in the right corner forward position, and at his ease off the left hand side, puts it high, puts it over the bar. Great start for Loughrea, Andy.
Very easy for Loughrea so far.
Yeah. So James Cahill with his second puck out goes again to much the same position down on top of Niall Collins, does well to bring it to the deck. Who's onto the break ball? It's won by Shane Morgan, goes back to Ian Hanrahan out to Joseph Mooney in this deep lying wing forward position, goes across the field with a diagonal, taken down though by Dara Dolan. Dara Dolan just got the vital touch to break it towards Donncha Campbell. Donncha Campbell thought about offloading and then was forced to run with it, put under great pressure by the Loughrea men. Great work rate. The ball breaks back then to Darren Shaughnessy. Darren Shaughnessy is on the ball, flicks the pass back to Sean Sweeney. Sean Sweeney a little bit static, taking it under pressure from Niall Collins, but as well to get it back to the man that has already scored from that Shane O'Brien. His second shot in anger at the post, but this one goes to the wrong side of the post.
Loughrea started very fast, 2 points up. They are where they want to be. That could have been over as well. They're kind of just winning every little breaking ball at the moment. James Gale just wants to slow down the puck out and maybe find the defender. Here he goes.
Which he does. He goes out to his full back short this time to James Garvey. Loughrea in their 13th ever County Senior Championship final appearance as Louis Coughlin looks a little bit under pressure there as he tries to get that ball into the hand, but gets it at the second attempt. Cappatagle just needs to set themselves down. The win, they're free from Neil Cleary. 3.5 minutes gone. Loughrea 2, Cappy no score now.
Yeah, Loughrea have settled it far better. We see Shane O'Brien got the first score. He's picking up Niall Collins, interestingly. He's been put up on a big man, Evan Island, against Clarenbridge the last 2 rounds as well. We see Niall Collins inside. Paul Hubin is on top of him as well. So Loughrea have started well. They created a good bit of space there for Anthony Burns to get the last score. Good start for Loughrea. Cappy need a score at this stage.
Yeah, it's interesting here now. Like, it could go for. He won't get it from there, though, will he, Sean? Even though he's a right good free taker, but he's a mile out.
Yeah, his brother James seems to be on Darren Shaughnessy. His other end is Micheál Garvey from his own 45-metre line. He's going to drop in around the danger area. Up they go, the ball broken back. Who's onto the break ball? Sean Sweeney doesn't ask any questions. Pulls on the ground, sends it straight into the stand. And it went in at such pace.
No nonsense there from Sean Sweeney.
Since it went in on top of the Athenry team from 1999, and telling you there was a few, I think Joe Rabbit or someone put up the hand there.
Surely got it.
Now, Farrell, you're always talking about no ground hurling. That's
a
fair bit of
right
ground hurling.
That reminds you of Andy Cohen corner back years ago. No questions asked, just get it out.
Right, can Cappy set up a scoring opportunity for themselves? 4.5 minutes into the County Championship final of 2024, sponsored by Brooks, live here on Galway BFM and Galway GA TV. As Liam Collins, good striking towards the goal, batted out. Shane O'Brien gets a touch on it. The ball breaks outside the big square. It's eventually won by a Loughrea man, and good play by Shane Morgan coming out from the defensive line and gets a pass out. Gets it out to Joseph Mooney, and the second attempt gets into his hand, and a one-handed stick pass off to Ian Hanrahan. Good play by Ian Hanrahan. There's a man free if he can get him on the outside. That's Cayman Killian, and Cayman Killian, what a break up the field this would be from Loughrea. And Cayman Killian pops it over the bar. 3 points for Loughrea, Andy, in the first 5 minutes of the county final. Cappy yet to score.
Great turnover for Shane Morgan. They seem to have it everywhere. They're mixing it, they're carrying it, they're sending it in straight away. They have it all sides Loughrea at the minute.
Louis Coughlin recipient of the shorter puck out as the men of Cappatagle to Oisin Finn, and now the big man in at the edge of the square, Ronan Garvey, who's out the field, sends in this ball, try to put a pressure on Loughrea, but Loughrea look very assured. Garage look down, gets it off then to Kieran Hanran, and Hansi tried to pick out Tiernan Killeen, but was a little bit overhit. Comes to Micheál Garvey. Garvey's going to take it on, from inside his own 65-metre line, but that goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Is that the first wide now for Cappy?
Yeah, first wide for Cappy. Loughrea struck one as well, but Loughrea, as we said, settled very, very well. They're very composed in the ball, 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and they're winning all the breaking ball at the moment.
Kieran Hanran gets the sharp puck out from Garage Rugnan up towards Darren Shaughnessy. Nearly got away, but good defensive play there by James Garvey. Garvey gets it out to Dara Dolan. You just get the impression that Cappy, first time finalists, need a score to settle themselves into the game. Oisin Finn is on the ball in the midfield sector. His brother Oran is further up the field. Oisin, the man that scored that famous goal. Lovely catch inside by Liam Collins. Liam Collins gets away from the full-back Johnny Cohen. Liam Collins in towards the goal. That goes to the wrong side of the post wide. Better though.
Better, and the first ball that Cappy seems to have got more direct with, just like Loughrea are doing. They're getting the return on the inside, so if Cappy can kind of maintain that kind of directness, they should finally get some scores.
Garage Rugnan, low trajectory on this puck out, looking for the deep lying 11. That is Tiernan Killeen, and he goes back then to Brian Keary, and Brian Keary goes through the lines, gets it then to Shane Morgan, and Shane Morgan from the centre back position strikes it high in towards the goal. James Cahill is looking at it. The reason he's looking at it because it's gone over his bar. Super strike from out the field by Shane Morgan, 4-0.
It's a Morgan special. His father will be proud of that. There was a great clip on the ball, and there's no real breeze here. Cappy need to get a score just to hit the game. Here comes Garvey.
So the men of Cappy working it short again. Oisin Finn drives it up the field, tries to get it inside, looking for Liam Collins to get onto this. Paul Hoban is dealing with it. Paul Hoban very close to the sideline. Liam Collins puts him under pressure. In comes Johnny Cohen, but it's well won there by Garvey. He gets the shot blocked down though, and it comes back then to Paul Hoban, and Paul Hoban goes back to his goalkeeper. That is Garage Lukman. Big hello to Shane Morgan's family, not forgetting Granny Bridie. She's listened to us as the ball breaks in the midfield sector. It's won by Donncha Campbell for Cappatagle. They trail by 4 points to no score. We've played 7 minutes 25 seconds up to Jan Mannion. He's that pacey Mannion man. Off he goes on the 20-metre line. Jan Mannion, can he get the first score of the county final? He can't. Deflected out. Good save by Garage Rugnan. Bit of threat though, sir.
Yeah, it's a threat. He got the pace, but they're all coming in behind, but he was there on his own. Want to put a bit more, give some support to him, but both himself and Collins are a threat. Now Cappy need to score this. What it is, 4 points to no score after 7.5 minutes really, so they need to score this.
Yeah, the game is played at very quick pace. Cappy probably need to slow it down a small bit, Andy, do they?
They do, kind of they're getting the position. They're kind of coming on the ball enough times here in their half back line. It's just to kind of decide on whether they're going to go along straight into Liam Collins on the inside line or work it shorter like Jared Mannion did very well here now on a good chance of a first score, so hopefully they can nail this and get themselves going.
So then the first 65 of the afternoon for the men of Cappatagle, and of course Micheál Garvey, he's hit 10 points in the championship so far, 7 frees and 165. You just get the impression, sir, they could do with this one.
They could, yeah. Like for Cappy, they need to get a score just to get them on the scoreboard. What is it? There's just over 8 minutes gone, 4 points to no score. They just need this one, and even to settle Collins down, it's a straight in front. It's not a gimme though, because you still have to follow through and you have to do everything right.
No, Niall Collins in fact has taken the 65, not Micheál Garvey, so Niall Collins makes absolutely no mistake. And the University of Galway student puts it high, puts it over the bar, first point, and that'll be a question, Andy, who scored Cappatagle's first point in the county senior championship final?
Niall Collins just made history for himself for his club there, but yeah, look, they'll be glad now they've got on the board, and just to get into the game now a bit better.
So then Loughrea come on the attack again, 4 points to 1, 9 minutes gone. Good catch out of the air by Micheál Garvey. That score could have settled Cappy down, you feel, as Donncha Campbell gets it out then to Oisin Finn. Oisin Finn goes through that crowded middle third. Good shoulder by Hanrahan, but the ball is taken on the run and on the shoulder by Éanna Garvey, who's had a great championship for Cappy. There goes Éanna Garvey to the middle zone. Tries to get the shot away, but it's half hook. Good defensive play by Loughrea. Johnny Cohen gets the hand pass away then to Brian Keary, and Brian Keary looking for Tiernan Killeen, who's so deep in that 11 role, asking questions of how does Micheál Garvey pick him up. Hand pass from Tiernan Killeen after the older brother that's came up, but he's hooked. Comes over to Dara Dolan. As my father would say one time, it's hot, but he got it the second time. Good ball into space. Cappy beginning to motor in towards Ronan Garvey. Ronan Garvey striking, and Ronan Garvey puts it over the bar. In fact, it's David Malone that puts it over the bar. Good point by David Malone. His first score of the county final, and suddenly, sir, 4 points to 2.
Ball out of the fence there to find Malone and over the bar, and like all of a sudden, like they've come alive. Someone down for Loughrea, but like they've kind of come back into it, like, and you know there is a lot of space in front of the Loughrea full forward line if the ball comes in. But the last 2 minutes, Cappy have won a few breaking ball, which is very important for them.
Sean Sweeney looks to be in a little bit of injury concern there, Andy.
A little bit of a bother there now. Yeah, he picked up a bit of a knock in the last tackle there, but yeah, look at Cappy now. We're very happy they're kind of getting themselves going now. It's another chance here for Loughrea.
Yeah, Anthony Burns shot off the left, but that one goes to the right hand side and wide. Declan Cronin giving him the ball in front, and is a corner back. Can you afford to do that?
You can't. Like just in the first score that Burns got there, he had too much space given for Anthony Burns there now, so he needs to just push up a little bit more.
Niall, you have the sub that's coming in there.
Yeah, Cullen Killeen looks to be coming in place of Sean Sweeney. I don't know, is it a temporary sub? Sean doesn't want to go off anyway, but I think Cullen Killeen is coming in.
I think he signalled a few minutes ago that he wanted to come off. Now Cullen Killeen looks like we'll call it the paperwork has been signed, but Cullen Killeen goes back again.
Can't have 60 now. Colin wants they want to take off Sweeney.
Yeah. So Sean Sweeney looks to be hopping a small bit.
They might have known that was something,
Yeah. He had a big game in the semi-final. Got those 2 points against Farrenbridge.
Had a great game in the semi-final.
It's hard, lads. 11 minutes gone. The county final having to come off injured.
Yeah, you can understand why he's not wanting to. He's reluctant to come off. He's big factor in the previous game against Farrenbridge, like I said, Sean.
Puck out, broken down by Jan Mannion to Ronan Garvey, who's out middle third. Off to David Malone. Can he get 2 in a row? David Malone striking out the right, and David Malone says, "Do you know what? In the last 2 minutes of the county final, I'm beginning to enjoy myself. We're back to 4-3."
Yeah, like they've really opened up. They came right back into 4-3, like, and they have their little bit of run of time now. Loughrea bench are down in front of us here as it started to walk, because all of a sudden they seem to get them very easy, and now the game is turned around completely.
Yeah, the Cappatagle seem to have restructured the team a little bit, moved back the field, and are now gobbling up these balls that Johnny Cohen got from the sharp puck out, went up to the 65-metre line. Cappy got the numbers around it and make it a throw-in ball that Brian Keown is on hand to throw it in. 3 points for Cappatagle, 4 points for Loughrea. And Gordon just confirming the substitution. Cullen Killeen in for Sean Sweeney for Loughrea's. Cayman Killeen goes across then to his brother Tiernan Killeen. He's the centre forward, but he's now hitting that ball from the right half back position. Goes up towards Aaron Shaughnessy, who's beaten to it by Garvey, and then the tidying up is done by Louis Coughlin, and Louis Coughlin goes across the field over to Donncha Campbell at right half back. Donncha Campbell, former Galway minor, played in the All-Ireland Colleges final earlier on the year. Lovely catch by Liam Collins ahead of Paul Hooban. Liam Collins in towards the score. What a score by Liam Collins.
Great score.
Fantastic score.
And if you're Paul Hooban, sir, you don't want to be 1-on-1 with that ball going in like that.
No, but he came out to it fast, caught it in the air, turned on his favourite left side over the bar. As good a score, and a lovely ball by Campbell as well. They're beginning to get into the pace of the game, Cappy, and have settled down.
Loughrea goes short again. Paul Hooban, look at where Tiernan Killeen is. Look, this is the centre forward nominally, is back in the half back line, gets onto that ball and strikes it to the wrong side of the post and wide.
That's what got Cappy back into the game, is that they closed down that space, but now they're suddenly going to sleep again with Tiernan Killeen. They have to keep pushing up on Joe Mooney, they have to keep pushing up on Cayman Killeen, and especially Tiernan Killeen for them long range shots. So
even though he put it wide, he had a tackle off the ball here.
Collins, but we play on. The Cappatagle sideline aren't happy with that, as Brian Keary is on the ball. Ian Hanrahan gets the hand pass after Joseph Mooney. He loses in the hand when he looked to have it. Cappy are there in numbers straight away. Then it becomes 3-on-3 for the ruck ball across the sideline, with Loughrea getting the numbers there as well. Tiernan Killeen is there. Oisin Finn is in there. The ball eventually comes out of the ruck and is won by Micheál Garvey. Flicks the ball back to David Malone. The last 2 points have come from David Malone. He's fouled Peter Cappy, and suddenly, lads, the game is swung.
Yeah, they've got 4 points in 4 minutes from the 9th to the 13th minute, and you often talk about guys having big county finals. David Malone, I don't know how he scored in the championship so far. He's got 2 points. He's won this free as well, and this could put Cappy in front. Like, they had started poorly enough in the sense that Loughrea had got the first 4 points, but Cappy have come right back into it, and this could put them in front.
You're right now, like David Malone has really come over. He's having the best game of his life so far today. Like, he's got 2 and he's involved in everything. That's a turnover ball for Cappy. Again, now this could put them in front, but he's a good bit out, lads. He's beyond the 65 and he's about 10 or 15 yards in from the sideline.
I saw Andy Cohen is nearly in a t-shirt. I had to take off the jacket myself. It's getting hot even in the commentary position.
I think it's like Abu Dhabi here, is it?
It is Abu Dhabi. God, we could only dream of it. As Niall Collins stands over the free on the halfway line, the man that was taking the frees for University of Galway in the Fitzgibbon Cup semi-final earlier on this year, strikes it in towards the goal, but it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide.
Yeah, it wasn't a gimme now, to be fair to them, but they just went right. So evenly balanced now all of a sudden.
Yeah, 4-4, 14 minutes gone. You could say we're nearly at the end of the first quarter as Paul Hooban plays a 1-2 with Garage Ducknan. The goalkeeper comes out to the 45-metre line, Garage Ducknan. He would have been used to playing an underage out the field. Ducknan goes long over to the other side of the field, taken down by Donncha Campbell, who also wins it when it hits the deck under pressure from Anthony Burns. But he gets the ball off then to Dara Dolan. Dara Dolan goes long in towards the one-man full forward line at the minute. Collins is the deck. He was shielded, but Brian Keown
It's a harsh enough free, lads, I'd say, really. I think Johnny just kind of shielded him off it, but it's a free and it's going to put Cappy in front.
And Donnacha Campbell, in fairness, has gone through a lot of ball here in the first kind of 15 minutes of the game. He was underneath that puck out there, and he worked it over to Dardole, and has been worked in as a free.
Yeah, free. Harsh. I would
50,
imagine
51,
that.
Loughrea had it well covered. They didn't need to, you know.
Just shows you though how quickly a game of hurling can change. Were we 4-0 to?
You were 4-0,
Loughrea?
and this should put Cappy up 5-4 because he's probably going to tap this over the bar.
15 and a half minutes gone. Huge crowd here in Kenny Park and Athenry. There's lads with Cappy hats and Loughrea hats, and there's a few lads that would need a hat.
And would you believe there's lads even looking for sunglasses? It's
the
real Irish weather.
It's kind of blowing out the cobwebs too, Sean, and the nerves kind of after that 15 minutes for both teams. You know, they're now well into the game. It's a tight contest, so you know that nerves from the whole week is all gone now.
5-4 after 15 minutes.
Niall Collins converts that free, and suddenly, as Cyril said, 16 minutes in, 5 points for Cappy, 4 points for Loughrea. There's an 18-year gap to Loughrea's last county championship success at senior level. There's 184 to Cappatagle. It's because this is their first ever senior final. Came up from intermediate in 214 as Colin Killeen wins the ball in the midfield. He's deemed to be fouled by Oisin Finn. Free to Loughrea.
Oisin Finn, he needs to push up there. He's just leaving that half yard too much where the risk is there that they will play him, and Paul Hoopman did find that pass. So Cappy need to tighten up that space in their halfbacks and their midfield.
Two lads enjoying the view from the wall on the far side of the
as
field.
we've often said, Sean, like Joe Mooney is coming very deep, and they are finding him like with the ball. This is another one out for Shane Morgan. He'll go for a score from this.
So Shane Morgan taking his time. A man, of course, who was Vinny, his younger brother, is in the subs as well. Could he see action today? So then Shane Morgan has scored 12 points in the championship so far for Loughrea. Strikes this one, but it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Different day, county final day, isn't it?
Yeah, there's pressure on, like, you know, that's...
Fourth wide for Loughrea. Puck out from Skehill, goes to the far side, looking for J. Mannion, no push in the back as Loughrea win the ball. Tiernan Killeen, this deep lying roll, getting onto a ball. Lateral ball, I should say, in towards Anthony Burns, then picked up by Neil Carey. Neil Carey under pressure from Louis Coughlin. Neil Carey, a super effort from the sideline. Neil Carey high. What a score by Neil Carey. The point of the county final so far, standing with one leg on the sideline. That's a great score.
Over the shoulder, nearly impossible, but he did it well. James Skehill, shot puck out this time, so...
Yeah.
Here they come. No, he has to go back.
The referee wasn't happy with that because he has to go back mentioning Neil Carey. Fundraising raffle for Alzheimer's Society of Ireland and Parkinson's Ireland. That's on tonight in the Temperance Hall in Loughrea. Hubert Gagan is the man. He's been gathering great money for it. So if you want to support those great causes, get on to Hubert. I think he knows Neil Carey well, from my knowledge. 5 points apiece, Andy. 18 minutes gone.
Interesting to see where James tries to go with this one, because the last few Loughrea have won them.
Yeah, he goes much the same place, sir. Down to the half-forward line. The big men go up. Ronan Garvey tries to get a touch on the ball. Hits the deck and onto the break ball is Joseph Mooney. Joseph Mooney gets the ball upfield. Is he fouled? No, says the referee. Goes down. Ball goes in harmlessly to James Skehill, who deals with it. Gets it out towards Dara Dolan. Dara Dolan flicks the ball across to Declan Cronin. Declan Cronin comes out then to Louis Coughlin, and Louis Coughlin looks upfield, and then he decides to go long. There's a notion of space that they want to try and get a touch onto for Liam Collins. Was awful well to win that ball initially, but then it was reclaimed by Kieran Hanrahan. Good defender, this guy. Out he comes the defence. Late challenge on him. Ball spins away though, comes back out to Donnacha Campbell. Donnacha Campbell has the ball, tries to work it again. Both teams trying to work it through this crowded middle third section. Cappy under pressure. Niall Collins brought the ball into contact, and if we bring the ball into contact today in the county final,
there's plenty of bodies here.
There is, and Garvey wins the hard ball, and suddenly Brian Keoghan, what's he doing? Oh, he spotted a foul inside, doesn't he, to make a run off.
The boys are going to have that inside. Now the umpires are going to be called here, lads.
Paul Hoban and Liam Collins, the yellow card for Paul Hoban.
There was an incident here as well, lads. I think a Cappatagle player broke the Loughrea player's hurl as well over his knee.
Ronan Garvey smashed the hurl across his knee. Not a nice thing to see now, in fairness.
Well, my God, nothing being spared here, sir.
No, and it's interesting to see what's going to happen up here now.
He's given the yellow card to Paul Hoban, so we presume the free is the free not going to be in where that foul took place, or is he going to allow the free further out the field? What's he doing here?
I think Ronan Garvey could be in trouble here. I think he'll pick up a yellow card as well, I'd say.
The linesman is after contact about Ronan Garvey.
You'd want to have a few hurls with you today, the day of the county final.
I want them every day.
Yellow card for... What did you call it, Niall? A hurl break.
Yeah, he picked up Ian Hanrahan's hurl and broke it, so he picks up the yellow card for that.
And Paul Hoban is yellow card as well, isn't he?
I wonder, was it a TJ Larkin hurl, or whose was it?
Surely he's favourite now, so that's going to be a hard thing for Hanrahan.
Yeah. So Micheál Garvey goes shorted, puts it in front of Jam Mannion, who wins it ahead of Shane Morgan. You see what Cappy are trying to do? They're trying to get at the Loughrea defence. Mannion shot from standing on the side of what a score! Jam Mannion, we said Neil Keary is after getting a super score. Jam Mannion had responded. Yeah. Lovely score.
It's a Jam Mannion especially. Got a few like that against Sarsfields as well. This guy has his fierce ability to get it out of him.
Great score.
6 points Cappy, 5 points Loughrea. Puck out goes down to the corner forward position, broken away. It's interesting, Andy, that you see what Cappy want to do. They want to get the space and the runners at that Loughrea defence.
That's it. They're trying to do it both ways. Right? They're trying to get direct into Liam Collins there. He threw down a great ball himself a minute ago. Didn't work out for a score, but you saw Jam Mannion then with the pace taking on Shane Morgan. So they're kind of trying to mix it and vary it as much as they can.
Declan Cronin gets huge height on that line ball out to the midfield third. Under it there is Ronan Garvey. Ronan Garvey dispossessed though. Great work there by Colin Killeen, the youngster. Colin Killeen comes up along the sideline. Would he try and get away from Louis Coughlin? Does it well to get inside the two tackles. Great play by Colin Killeen. Gets it off then to Ian Hanrahan. Ian Hanrahan has a chance to put this over the bar. Goes low. The shot is taken down by James Cahill. Out to his fullback James Garvey. James Garvey is being swung around, is he? Yeah. No, so the referee. The ball is still alive there. No blow by the referee in that instance. Again, Cappy get the numbers back there, and Micheál Garvey comes out, and Micheál Garvey has the ball. Number of players still getting up from the ruck, and Micheál Garvey drives it down the field. We played 21 and a half minutes in the opening half as that ball goes out over the line. Could have been a free there. Could have
been, but in fairness to Brian Keown, he's not there's not being this blown now. In fairness, he's actually letting the game go, and it's happened on both sides where you could say that probably is a foul, but no, he is letting it flow.
Probably making a good game though, because like it's good and physical, it's hard, there's nothing being there's no soft freeze being given anyway. This ball's going out over the line. It's a line ball for Loughrea.
So then the line ball being placed on this side of the field by Brian Keary. Brian Keary looking to see there's an ocean of space down in the left corner forward position for Loughrea if he wants to go down there. Brian Keary goes across the field though, goes more diagonal. Anthony Burns, lovely take off the stick ahead of Declan Cronin. Anthony Burns off the right hand side, striking, lovely score. Anthony Burns, second score of the day, well taken.
Great score. Dara Dolan was there as well beside Declan Cronin, but Anthony Burns took that down on his own and wrapped up a great score. Very, very good point for Loughrea.
Scoreline coming in from the Connacht Club Championship. Pádraig Pearce is 1-8, Corey Finn 3 points. As Colin Kinnean is on the ball in the middle of the field for Loughrea. This guy's a good hurler, and he certainly has going to add to this team as he's come onto it now. As Shane O'Brien gets it out then to Neil Keary. Neil Keary cleverly allowed the ball to overrun, and then Brian Cohn goes back for the free. Free in this instance, 22 and a half minutes gone, 6-6.
Bit of a late tackle there on Shane O'Brien.
Yeah, Shane O'Brien every ball he gets is a tackle. He's coming thundering out with it, like it's kind of the modern wing back player really. They're kind of shoving up at it.
He probably wants to bring Niall Collins away from the goal as well, I'd say, Cyril.
Probably a good idea, yeah. But like Cappy will be, not saying they'll be over happy, but still they'll be happy to come back from 4 points down. Like, and what is it? It's level at the moment. This should be a score for Killian here, for Tiernan here, to put Loughrea a point up again. 23 minutes gone.
So then, Tiernan Killian standing over this free. He has hit 2 goals and 32 points, or 30% of Loughrea's tally this year. He strikes it well. It's on his way. And you know what, sir? He took a little bit of extra time, didn't he, with his first free of the afternoon?
He did, and he took a little, he hits them very high. But like, to be fair to him, it wasn't a gimme either. Like, a great score. Loughrea point up again. Long ball from Scale here.
Yeah, 7-6. Puck out broken down on that far side of the field. Ian Hanrahan goes back to reclaim the ball and does it well. Gets it after Shane Morgan. Shane Morgan had Joseph Mooney out in space, but he goes to the central channel to Neil Keary, who's coming off the field now. Goes in then to the 2-man full forward line inside. Darren Shackles, he tries to get onto it, but he's robbed by James Garvey. James Garvey, always such good value at the full-back position for Cappy. Gives it to Declan Cronin, goes across to his goalkeeper and James Scahill. The experience of Scahill. No time for the podcast today, I'd say. As Scahill drives a long, high ball down to the other end of the field, where David Malone breaks it down to Liam Collins. That was very close to the ground when Liam Collins got it. Liam Collins strikes it, puts it over the bar. I don't know what's the grass on his fingers, but Liam Collins, super score. He's second of the day.
Yeah, he did the right thing though. He waited for the breakdown and he didn't from the full forward. Like, he just let Garvey up for it. He got on the break.
Exactly. This small little dirt there, surely on Liam Collins' fingers, but we'll give it to him.
7-7, sides deadlocked again as Paul Hooban comes out of defence from the sharp puck out, and then he goes long in towards Darren Shaughnessy. Darren Shaughnessy being shepherded out towards the sideline there by James Garvey. Shaughnessy takes on the shot, but it's half blocked down by Garvey, and right now you'd have to say Cappy would be happy enough with the way they were dealing with the threat of that inside line so far. 3 points have come off that inside line so far. Anthony Burns has got 2, Neil Keary has got 1, as that ball trying to work it back to put it out for a 65.
Big mistake there now, lads.
Yeah, it went under Declan Cronin's legs as it was going back into defence. They were coming out with it, no real pressure on. The ball goes under his legs, and it's a scoreable opportunity all of a sudden for Loughrea. And county finals can change and things like this.
Yeah, and you probably will find that Morgan will probably score this one, because it's a tough look. Like, they were completely on top, and Cronin just got a back pass. There's so much time with it underneath his legs.
So then, John Kane is the linesman on that side of the field, and he's going to ensure that the 65 is taken from the right place. Isn't it amazing how in the middle of an intensively high game that something like that can lead to a scoring opportunity?
Very simple, yeah, very, very simple. They just, like Sir said, they had too much time on the ball. If there was under a little bit more pressure, they would have made a more accurate kind of decision quicker.
But as there's nearly 26 minutes gone, the time is flying, which is a great sign of a game.
It is. And also both teams are staying to their principles, they're working it out, aren't they, as well? Some things like that happen when you work it out. So can Shane Morgan make them pay for that? Shane Morgan striking it, it's on its way to the 65, it's high and it's over the bar. Point number 2 from the man with number 6 on his back, and it puts Loughrea into a 1-point lead again. 25:48 played on the clock as James Cahill gets ready to take this puck out. Usually after something like that it's a shorter or a longer one, but he picks out Oisin Finn well, who had dropped deep. He has a runner on his shoulder, and suddenly Cappy through Michael Garvey, hitting it from the 65-metre line, but really didn't have any real kind of indication of trying to put it over the bar or played it inside.
He didn't do either, like he didn't try to go mad further, didn't put it inside the Collins. You'd imagine now that Cappy push up at the puck out, but they're not. They're conceding the puck, every puck out to Loughrea.
This one to Paul Hooven. Paul Hooven comes up to the left half back position with the ball, then goes up to the left corner forward position looking for Anthony Burns. Declan Cronin is on the case there, but Brian Keown spotted it. Is it a touch on the ground, the signal seemed to be?
Yeah.
Cappy are happy to concede the puck up, but at the minute they're still allowing that space in front of their full forward line. They're leaving Declan
it's a double whammy.
Yeah, they're kind of static in the middle. That ball is passing over their heads. Someone needs to be kind of dropping deeper if they're allowing the puck out on one end. So they should have cover on the other.
Yeah, well, as you said, they should have an extra man, but it doesn't seem to work in there, because definitely they're not. They're conceding the puck out, so it's going to Paul Hooven or Johnny Cohen and Rowan. They can run up the pitch and have kind of put it into green space, which shouldn't be there.
In fairness, Loughrea, they can do it both ways. They're trying to draw you out by making the space behind their half forward line, and then they'll go long, or else they actually play it short.
Yeah, this should put them 2 points up here.
So Tiernan Killeen then, 35-36. I was just going to say that's a difficult free for a right-hander, because he went across the face of the goal with it. Niall, what's the wides tally?
Yeah, Loughrea 5 wides, Cappatagle 4 wides. Interestingly, the sides have been level on 4 occasions, and as we said, Loughrea lead by a point, 8-7.
Puck out down on top of Brian Keary, didn't get enough connection on it, might break into the path then of Jam Mannion. Jam Mannion, good defensive work done by Shane Morgan, who got back to ensure the speedster didn't get away initially, but Niall Collins is on the ball for Cappy. Niall Collins coming in and goal, there's a shot that's saved by Gareth Tucknan. Maybe there was a cross across the goal on.
There was, but Lord God, and why he couldn't score from that angle. I know he tried with a crossover, but a good save. 65, this should bring it back to equal turn, but like he should have tried past it, because that's a very tight angle. No chance from there.
So then the 65 follows. Niall Collins getting in, and again, I suppose it was a comfortable save for Gareth Tucknan.
Comfortable save. Johnny Cohen, he was still under pressure from Shane Morgan, so yeah, probably the better option was to pop it across the square at least anyway and take your chances there.
Yeah, give someone that's a chance, like, but you can't blame him, I suppose, we're going for, but at the same time, now Niall is on this one. If he gets this, he'll bring it back to level again.
No goals yet. Only 4 goals have been conceded by Loughrea in this year's championship.
I'll tell you one thing, if whoever gets it is going to be a very big score in this game.
Cappy have conceded at least 1 goal per game. They've scored no goal themselves in 3 out of their 6 games. Loughrea are the highest goal scorers in the championship with 10. That's the story with the goals right now. Niall Collins gets his second 65 to ease his team back into a position of a level ball game again, 8-8. And they'll be happy enough with that in the sense that Cappy's game plan was probably to keep themselves alive in this contest for as long as they could, and then see what they could do down the back end of the game as the ball has gone over the line on that far side of the field, because Cappy have been finishing games very strongly.
2 minutes additional time, lads, at the end of the first half.
Yeah,
the time is flowing really, like, this is a line ball for Loughrea.
Yeah, John Kane is over there, the far side of the field, and I suppose in the sense that the 2-minute signal goes up now from Liam Gordon there, but you'd have to say that with the way the game started, Loughrea going 4-0 up, Cappy coming back to lead 5-4 at 8-8, it's a fairly accurate reflection of where we are.
Good ball across the thing here, lads.
Yeah, Tiernan Killeen is out in front of it and gets it, does well. recycles it back to Shane Morgan. Shane Morgan is 6. He's nearly as far up as the man that's supposed to be at 11 is. Shane Morgan shooting from out the country, but that ball goes to the left hand side of White. He was under pressure, Andy, when he struck.
He was, but it's been very, very even. They both had their purple patches. They both had their half kind of chances for points. They both had their wides. So it's really is a reflection of the game. The 8 all heading into half time now.
Just interestingly, Cappy have Malone and Garvey on either side of the wings if they're going to go long.
Yeah, now they go short, so they must have been watching you. Our distance here, Declan Cronin goes short, goes up then to Jay Mannion, takes it down, has a bit of time to go over the ball and then gets into his hand. Jay Mannion now, you're inviting him to shoot from here, he shoots, it's a poor wide in the end.
Poor wide, but usually he'd get them scores, to be fair to him. He made the space to go on to his favourite right hand side.
You'd have to say, sir, though, it's intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up and down, and again now they're conceding the puck out. Here come Loughrea.
Yeah, it's Brian Carey been put under pressure by Liam Collins. Liam Collins, he's understaffed in the sense that Loughrea have the extra defender, and then Garzard can come out to Johnny Cohen, the experienced head. 8 points apiece, 30 minutes. We're gone into a half a minute of the two that are going to be played in terms of additional time at the end of the first half. Up towards Anthony Burns, has the ball in space ahead of Declan Cronin. Anthony Burns striking off the right hand side in towards the goal. That is carried. That's a super score by Anthony Burns. You cannot give him a yard of space. Great score.
They're inviting that on, as Andy says, like they're not dropping back. They have an extra man back because there's one short up front, but they're not covering that space at all, and you can't give that kind of space to Burns because, great player.
Super score. That puts Loughrea 1 in front. A great catch from the puck out by Shane Morgan. He comes out, gets the pass off then to Ian Hanrahan. Ian Hanrahan in the midfield sector gets it into Darren Shocknessy, who's moved out to that half forward line. Loughrea want to get him into the game. Darren Shocknessy gets the hand pass off then to Cayman Killeen. Cayman Killeen plays a lovely ball into Hanrahan, who continue the run. Ian Hanrahan from the 20-metre line striking in towards the goal. Lovely score by Ian Hanrahan. And how important could those two excellent points before half time? Burns and Hanrahan, sir.
Very important. They stretch into a 2-point lead for the first time in a long time. 31 minutes gone, and they've got the last 2 scores. It's a good finish for Loughrea before half time.
Loughrea just that little bit better at pulling the trigger, sending the ball into the danger a lot quicker, and they have more space kind of around Anthony Burns, more so than up the Cappatagle side.
And that will be no doubt what the respective management teams will be looking at half time. As Skehill's puck out, we played 31-47. As it is now 10 points for Loughrea, 8 point Cappatagle as Éanna Garvey gets onto the ball. And Garvey gets the pass inside, tries to break it inside to Warden Finn, comes away from him. Niall Collins is there, but the man that comes out again is Shane O'Brien. He's had a good first half for Loughrea. Gets a lovely ball then into Tiernan Killeen, far away from Micheál Garvey. Tiernan Killeen, as he got 3 in a row, he has. First point from play from Tiernan Killeen, but 3 points in a row from Loughrea. Sir, have suddenly opened up. What was at 8-8 just 2 minutes ago is now 11-8 Loughrea.
11-8. That could be the thing they could win it for like there's long way to go yet, but it could win it for Loughrea. That's a great little burst. Like in the game now, they're finding their men a lot better from their half back line. Short little passes.
There's the blow for half time.
11-8.
11-8 at half time. Andy, your thoughts?
Yeah, it gives kind of Cappatagle a big body blow there now heading into half time. They have a lot more questions and a lot more doubts now, trying to figure out how they managed to suddenly slip 3 points there coming into half time. But look, after their poor start, they'll be glad that they got themselves back into the game. But for Loughrea, they'll surely be very, very happy with their position at the minute now. Just got kind of great start, and in the last 5 minutes there, especially in the half there, they've just kind of worked the ball either long or short, and they've mixed it and varied it. So you can kind of say that they're better for their 3 points.
Yeah, but I don't think, Andy, that Cappy can afford just not to be pushing up on the puck out, because they're conceding the puck out. They're not working the extra man back here. They'll be as well off to go push up on the puck out and let everyone fight for it, because the way it is working this way, Loughrea are kind of short puck out,
easy.
Look up, too easy and out into space, and you give Burns and Shock to see that space, they're going to score.
Niall, I'd say Cappy, though, will look at the middle tier of that first half, where they got a lot of things right in the sense of going from 4 points down to leading by 5-4. Their threat is inside too, if they can, maybe as the lad said, maybe get in there a bit earlier. Yeah,
they'll probably have to go 1-on-1 as well. They can't just afford to hand balls to Paul Houben and Johnny Cohen, these guys, because they're very good hurlers, and they're going to work the ball out, and they'll be happy all day to win possession. We saw Johnny Cohen actually, when he came out with the last ball there, he soloed up the field, and there was still an ocean of space in front of Anthony Burns, and in fairness, he was out in front of Declan Cronin. He has 3 points got from play, so Loughrea are quite content if Cappatagle let them take the puck outs and come up the field, because they're able to work it out of defence. But it's poised delicately enough. Obviously Loughrea got the 3 points. Interestingly, that the last 3 points came in injury time, and they have gone that 3 points in front, so it could be significant come the end of the game. 11-8 at half time.
There we have the story then at half time in the Brooks Galway Senior Hurling Championship final. It's Loughrea that lead at the break by 11 points. They'll come back to us for the second half live on Galway GATV and Galway BFM, but for us for now we take the break for the half time interval.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrolment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, qfinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Number 5, Brian Higgins. He's senior hurling for SRI for 17 years. This year he coached our minor team to county final success. Number 6, Brian Feeney. Captain Death and Right to their first All-Ireland international at centre back. Together with his brother John, they were key parts of an impermissible defence for many years. Number 7, Paul Hardiman. From Park Athenry, another man with 8 county medals and represented Galway at all levels. Number 8, Brian Hanley. A star midfielder, a player who always chipped in with big scores in big games. Number 9, Brendan Keogh. A midfielder supreme, the supplier of quality ball into the Athenry full forward line. Number 10, Joe Rabbit. Captain of 2 All-Ireland winning teams, a great fielder of the high ball and instrumental in club success over the years. Number 11, Pat Higgins. The man who made the hard yards, one of 3 brothers of the squad and a member of Galway's first All-Ireland winning minor team in 1983. Number 12, Donald Morden. One of the most gifted forwards of his generation, whose father Georgie won an intermediate title with Newcastle in 1960. Number 13, David Donoghue. One of the twins, a dynamic scoring forward who continued to represent his club in adult hurling up until 2023. Number 14 was Eugene Cloonan, unavoidably absent this afternoon. He was the jewel in the crown throughout his career, an all-star for Galway and top scorer for Athenry over many years. Number 15, Cathal Morden, a flying forward and a joy to watch, could pop up with scores from any angle. Number 16, Shane Donoghue. Made his debut in 1997 as a 17-year-old and continued to play hurling, adult hurling for 26 years, picking up all medals on the field of play. Number 17, Dermot Cloonan. A tower of
strength at full back and a member of the Cloonan family from Mulpit. Number 18, John Hardiman. A steadying influence at midfield in his playing days, John was head coach of this year's Senior B winning team. Number 19, Pascal Healy. A veteran and crowd favourite, man of the match in 1997 All-Ireland final against Wolf Tones and never let his teammates down. Number 20, Aidan Poignard. Known as the magician for his ability to conjure up scores out of nothing. His son Anthony is now in the 3rd generation of Poignards, representing the club with distinction. Number 21, Michael John Quinn, also unavoidably absent this afternoon. A gifted cornerback and versatile player, could master any position on the field of play. Number 22, Emmett Caulfield, one of the club's dual players who this year continue to represent the club at adult level for the 30th year. Number 23, Dermot Burns. Son of Bertie, another key member of the 1960 Newcastle success, Dermot chipped in with many vital scores. Number 24, Declan Higgins. Captain of the intermediate winning team of 98 and scorer of a point in the 2000 All-Ireland final. 25, Mike Freeney. Captain of the under-21 winning team in 1998. Number 26, Derek Carroll. Known as Deadly Derek, he lived up to his name when scoring the winning point in 2004 versus Portumna. Number 27, John Conway. Nephew of the famous Conway brothers and son of Bill, was a key component of the famous intermediate team of 98. Number 28, Richie Brady, represented today by his son Shay. Ultra-dependable defender, current under-16 coach. Number 29, Eddie Brady. represented by his nephew Tom, All-Ireland medal winner with Galway at minor and under 21 levels. Also absent today, Pat Hessian, Garrod Hart, Thomas Kelly and Morris Dempsey. Management of the day was led by the man with the Midas touch, Pat Nally, and ably assisted by Jackie O'Shea, PJ Malloy, Luke Lynn, Sean Hines, Martin T. Kelly, and also part of the medic team, Noreen Hanley, who passed away in recent years and is represented by her grandson, Keegan Hanley. And officers of the day, Jarlath Cloonan, Mike Higgins, and Dermot Monaghan. Also a special mention to Mike Quinn, R.I.P. Mike was a staunch clubman whose life was enriched by every success on the field of play. He is remembered with great affection by all in the club. Put your hands together again for the Athenry 3-in-a-row team of 98, 99 and 2000. Is there any changes in the camogie board this year?
Board?
Yeah.
I doubt it really myself. It's not on yet, but I wouldn't say no one wants the jobs.
QFinancial.ie got the price and it buys for me.
Pension auto-enrollment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, qfinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Every single ticket that's sold, 5% of proceeds from that ticket is going to Jigsaw to help us provide free therapy for young people aged 12 to 25 across Galway City and County who are experiencing difficulty with their mental health.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.
Welcome back here to Kenny Park and Athenry, where we've just seen the Athenry Jubilee team being presented to the crowd by Gordon Doohan, and certainly lovely to see some of the great Athenry names of yore there, Cyril Farrell in particular, that vintage team of 1998, 1999 and 2000, all great hurlers.
Oh yeah, all great forceful hurlers, a great team. You know, we win 3 in a row, but all on that, win all Irons as well, like household names like, you know, like Sir Brian Feeney, he's at centre back, you know, Jerry Kane full back, Rabbit up front, you know, like they're all, you know, Peter Bly, one of the mentors, they had a fantastic team. And you know, Sean, they're probably on their way back, because I saw them playing this year in the B and they won it out, and they like lovely kind of a new team coming, you know, and they're probably under John Hardman, one of the stalwarts of that team as well, Paul Hardman, these guys, and like they won the minor, won the junior, so like they're going to hold their own, and you know, it doesn't surprise me at all when they'll be back in, you know, semi-finals and finals of the senior A competition in a year or two's time.
Andy and Niall, what's likely to be the messaging in the dressing rooms now? For if you take Cappatagle first,
they have to get going. They're 3 down now. If they give a 4-point start again to Loughrea here, you're looking at you know, it's very, very hard to get that back. They'll need to get moving straight away. For Loughrea, more the same, just kind of work the score, send it in time, you know, work the overlaps from the middle of the field. So you know, for both teams, it's pretty much, you know, it's into the second half now. The time is gone. So Loughrea,
and I really think that Cappy, you know, I know it's a big decision for them, but I think they have to move up in the puck out. They just can't afford to leave the puck out coming loose, so down to Paul Hoover or to Johnny Cohen, and they can look up the pitch and pin it. They're as well off to shove up in it, because the extra man doesn't seem to be kind of playing anywhere kind of really for them in front of that defence. There's still a lot of space. So I think if they pushed up in the puck out, make everyone fight for the ball, at least it's 50-50 in, and work on from there.
and the same in Cappatagle's half back line, they have to push up and turn killing. There's too much space. They're taking the ball too easy from the Loughrea backs.
Yeah, I see Loughrea coming out onto the pitch now. I suppose they're 3 points up. If they could get the first couple of scores, the second half to go 4, 5 and 6 up, they'd have a serious lead built up at that stage, because you know, Cappatagle look to be in a bit of bother in the sense that the Collinses, Niall Collins and Liam Collins, Jan Mannion, the guys that are taking the scores for them, David Malone got 2 at the start, but they need to get a few early scores. They can't let Loughrea build a lead, and then if Loughrea do build a lead and all of a sudden the likes of Jamie Ryan is coming into the team, you know, these are huge players to come in from a Loughrea perspective. But I think Cappy need the first couple of scores to get themselves back into it. If Loughrea get them, they could stretch too far in front.
Yeah, you're dead right there, Niall, because like they are the 3, and if they go 4, 5, 6 up, it's a different ball game altogether. Cappy'd want to keep tapping over, they'd want to go, well, they have to go for broke. That's why I'm saying they have to push up. There's no point in saying afterwards. Everyone can see what's happening. So like, I'm sure the Mintress will see the same thing and tell them, go move in, everyone fight for their own ball, and then scorers on, have a go if it's not laid off, and take Loughrea on. Like Loughrea started very well, and then to be fair to Cappy, came right back in it, and then Loughrea finished well again. Much the same as been playing all year, like kind of getting on top and then fading away. But Cappy have been finishing very, very well. But it's important for Cappy that they get the first score too, because if Loughrea do, like, you know, it could be curtains.
Still though, lads, we know that 3 points in a game of hurling is a very slender lead. I want to say hello to Jack O'Hanlon, a great Turlock man. He's out listening to us in Chicago. Also there is James, Mickey, Paddy, John, Noel, Tomas and Raymond Grealish, all great Carnmore men. Some of them indeed played with Carnmore down through the years on these big occasions. They're all listening to us out there in Chicago, lads. I hope that things are going well for you. We were about to throw in the ball for the second half of the Brooks Galway Senior Hurling Championship final. Brian Keown has the ball in his left hand. It's now thrown in, and away we go again. Hannah Garvey's going down over it. For the second half, Loughrea will be striking into the town end goal here in Kenny Park and Athenry. Left to right as we look out, as Brian Keown gives the first free of the second half to Cappatagle. As you were all saying there, 11-8, first score of the second half. I take it then from your analysis is important.
Yeah, it is very important, the first score, to take it, like to get it and kind of go at them again. But I just feel that like Cappy have to throw off the shackles. Okay, they were happy enough the first half getting back to level, but like all of a sudden Loughrea kept 3 in front again. I think they have to go for broke. It's a county final. By that I mean everyone takes care of their own square really.
So then centre half back Micheál Garvey, and who was part of a Galway under 20 panel a few years ago. As I said earlier, he scored 10 points in the championship so far, striking this free from his own 65-metre line. It goes to the left and wide. Every chance, you reckon, even though we're only a few seconds into the second half.
This will be interesting. Again, no one marking.
Yeah. Off to Brian Keary, who's slipped back into the number 4 cornerback position. Then he comes up that stand side of the field, looking for Neil Keary, the brother. The ball comes off Neil's stick, though, goes out over the line, and that will be a line ball.
Like Ronan Garvey is marking Brian Keary over there for that puck out, and he stood 30 yards off him, so he was in no man's man's land. Is he not as far on to be standing right beside
Oh,
Brian
sure,
Keary and cut out that option?
He's better on. He would to be 6 inches ahead of Mendy, if you know what I mean. Like,
Is that where the game is now, lads? Is that the crucial moment, the crucial deciding factor in the game?
It's so fair it is, because like Loughrea are dominating because they're getting the handy puck outs the whole time. I'm not saying Cappy win the other way, but like you have a better chance.
Directly Cronin to take the line ball. Gets
Good
great
one.
strike on a super ball all the way to the full forward. Goes over everyone's head. And Niall Collins is onto it. Niall Collins trying to come in along the end line, being held up by 2 Loughrea men. The ball hits the deck. No freezes the referee. Loughrea getting back there in numbers. Paul Hooman is trying to roll if the ball picks it up. Comes away from Éanna Garvey. Paul Hooman coming out. He's fouled. Free to Loughrea. They'll take that.
And Hooban is punching the air, like he felt that's one that could have got away from, but didn't. Like, and you know, it was a vital one. Now Collins got bottled up. He was on his own though.
No, you just spotted something, yeah.
Yeah, if Loughrea go across the field here, Garage Loughnane is in an ocean of space
They're
here.
going across
to the goalkeeper.
Overhit, though.
God almighty, goes over his head.
Johnny Cole.
Wow.
Or is it Johnny? I don't know. Who is it the ball across?
Shane
Morgan.
Morgan, yeah, but Lord God.
Lads, I'd say there now the goalie looked at it before he got caught with the sun, because like the sun is coming right into
us.
Looked over, he said he didn't see it at all. This will be dangerous now, lads, because you've seen this fella score. Collins getting line balls over the bar from a position like this.
Yeah. Liam Collins then. He was on the ball the last time as well, if I was correct. As Liam Collins then, he reignited his championship career with a line ball like this against Killimer Daly. This one just goes to the wrong side of the post and wide.
Yeah.
We await the first score of the second half still. 11-8.
I just think that's a big luxury, Sean, there to give a free pot. When he's given the luxury of that shot, that has to go over the bar. So it's now again, it's a free start for Loughrea, and it's a short puck out.
Short puck out again to Paul Hooman. Paul Hooman in that left corner back channel. He goes across the field. Jared Dolan is back sitting in front of this one though, and gets the hand pass off to Micheál Garvey, and Micheál Garvey got caught in 2 minds, but then he tries to play it into space for Jam Mannion. The ball bounces up into his hand as Jam Mannion is on the ball, gets away from the would-be tackle from Shane O'Brien, gets it inside to Orton Finn. Orton Finn, the captain, is bearing down a goal, tries to get the ball away. The referee is given a penalty. Is it a free in or a penalty? He extended the arms initially. He extended the arms initially. Is it a penalty or a free in? Johnny Cohen is arguing with the toss with Brian Keoghan there.
The backs feel it could be a penalty. They're arguing with the ref for a penalty. The ref.
Like the signal for a penalty initially.
It was a signal for a penalty initially from Brian Keoghan.
It is.
I'd say it is. Like.
Yeah, it looks like it's a penalty. Big call, lads. Jam Mannion was the man that was running with the ball, got the hand pass off to his captain, Orton Finn. Kieran Hanrahan was in there, Paul Hooban. They wrapped him around.
Yeah, Jam Mannion was going for, he was winding up for a score, but he couldn't catch it. And a guy came in, so he had to solo forward. Next to carry, played it into Oran Finn.
This could be
it's a penalty.
Huge moment in the county final. The referee has awarded the penalty 4 minutes into the second half. Liam Collins.
Yeah, but Loughnane is good in goals. So it's not an easy score.
Liam Collins bending, lifting, striking. Saved by Loughnane, right on cue. And Liam Collins, if I remember, had 2 penalties in another 20 semi-final 2 years ago as well. And that one is great. Saved by Gareth Loughnane. Could Loughnane be the hero? Out come Loughrea, they win the free. Aren't they the moments, lads?
Yeah, that's a big moment. And here come Loughrea, quick free.
Quick free over to the far side of the field. Again, it's gone over the head of Joseph Mooney. My God, there's nerves on both teams here, isn't there?
It's very, very loose on both sides. There's lots of mistakes being made, but a fantastic save by Gareth Loughnane. Big pressure.
Yeah, but
he did it.
Micheál
Garvey stood to strike and got hooked. Ball goes out over the line, far side of the field. Line ball that Carol Collins signals.
You'd feel as a Cappy needs to score out these attacks because they got a chance of a free, a line ball, and a penalty. Didn't get anything from either of them.
So then, as the free is going, the line ball is going to be taken on the far side of the field. And Kearney, one of the legendary figures in Galway Camogie, has the flu when she's in bed listening to Galway Bay FM. Well, I tell you, Anne, you couldn't do a worse thing than that, or a better thing than that, I should say. I hope the flu gets better. As the line ball on that far side of the field on the 65-metre line. Get the impression as it's the first score of the second half. What a big score.
Hasn't come yet. Gone over 5 minutes.
Yeah, Darragh Dolan strikes it in towards the danger area. David Malone doesn't get it, and the ball is tied up by Brian Keary. Lovely hurler gets the pass out then to Cullen Killeen. Cullen Killeen gets the pass on to Tiernan Killeen. Loughrea are out through the lines. It gets it inside then to Ian Hanrahan. He has a shooting opportunity here. Close to the sideline, stands side the field. Ian Hanrahan striking in towards the goal. It goes over the bar. That's the type of score that could win a county championship for you.
Fantastic score. Now that's the first real attack Loughrea have had in the second half, and they've scored it. You know, so it's a good one. Like, you know,
and well worked up the field, in fairness.
A great work, a great kind of a movement up the field. Stretches to 4 points. Cappy need to score. Long ball.
2 points from your midfielder Ian Hanrahan is a big contribution. 12-8 now. Loughrea extend the lead out to 4. Puck out, breaks back into the path of the captain Oran Finn, the man that was fouled for the penalty. Striking off his left hand side, but only goes into Garage Luckman, and Garage Luckman comes out the field. Cappy are missing some chances here, you feel, as the ball goes into Tiernan Killeen in an ocean of space in the number 10 position. He can even afford to miss control at the first time. Then goes down the same line of the field in towards Darren Shockley. Darren Shockley under pressure there from James Garvey. Tries to get it out into the path of Neil Keary. Neil Keary, lovely pick up under pressure. He can come back out the field, but his pass goes half astray. Donegal Campbell manages to reclaim possession for Cappatagle. Out to Micheál Garvey, who got away with one there. He was half blocked down coming out with the ball. Kindly hopped into his path again. Gets it off there to Oisin Finn. Oisin Finn goes across the field looking for Liam Collins this time. He's under pressure there from Johnny Cohen. Swivels Johnny Cohen. No freeze to the referee as Liam Collins tries to come inside again. On the ball, coming in for the right corner forward position. Liam Collins, that's a lovely score. Point that Cappy needed.
Good score on Michael Garvey there. He was lucky to get that ball back. He got hooked over on the far side, so Cappy need to up their urgency here to stay in the game.
Yeah, great score by Collins, though. He's been well backed by Johnny Cohen, and he kind of half turned Cohen. Cohen got a grip on him, didn't let him go, didn't get the free, but still got the score. And here come Loughrea again. No contest to the puck out.
Yeah, 3 points, you'd have to say, is a big contribution from Liam Collins as that ball goes out over the line on the far side of the field. The score is 12 points Loughrea, Cappy 9 points Niall.
Yeah, Keane Bowes about to come in for Cappatagle as well. 12-9 as you said.
Jamie Ryan, Niall.
Jamie Ryan is coming in the other side of the field as well, so two big game performers coming in for both sides.
My God, there. Jamie Ryan, great to see he's coming in earlier and earlier. The quarter final came on, got a point, came on the semi final, but this is his earliest introduction, I think, so far in the championship. 7 minutes 46 seconds gone in the second half as Joseph Mooney gets ready to take the line ball. Takes it well in towards the danger area, but it comes away, blocked away, comes out. Who can get onto that break ball? Again, there's a ruck situation. Eventually it's reclaimed by Tiernan Killeen. He goes back with the pass, half intercepted though. The man that's doing the hard work there is Niall Collins. Ian Garvey is in there as well. Suddenly the ball's got out past the 45 metre line, but it's Shane O'Brien who's onto it. He's been tigerish all day. Shane O'Brien wins the free, puts the left hand up in the air as if to signal that was an important win for you to Loughrea.
It's an important free, and it's a lazy free in the sense that Cappy had him well surrounded. Here comes Jamie Ryan, 16 for 15, lads. That's for Niall Carey, so you know it's he won't weaken the team, but like that's a gimme for Loughrea. They could tap this over. Like, and after fighting hard, Cappy give away a soft free. With Jet Sean, they're not contesting the puck out. They're still letting the soft puck out. They're conceding the puck out to Loughrea and trying to cut it off.
Neil Keary coming off. I think he thought he was going to see more action in the game so far, but Jamie Ryan, now this is another question for the Cappy management. How do they pick him up as Tiernan Killeen strikes the free, and Tiernan Killeen puts it high, puts it over the bar. That's his 3rd point of the contest.
Yeah, that puts them up 13 points to 9.
Yeah. It's a 4-point lead as James Scahill goes to the stand side of the field, goes over towards Ronan Garvey, but he loses it to Brian Carey, the small man, wins the puck out. He gets the pass off then to Colin Killeen, who's added to this Loughrea team since he's come in, and Colin Killeen, his teams have been fouled. Team Brian Keown, free in. Cappy's discipline needs to stay intact as well.
And
now.
interestingly, lads, any high ball that go David Malone or Ronan Garvey under Loughrea tried to bat it and get onto the ball straight away. Neil Keary or Brian Keary batted that ball. It went straight into his own path again, and he went straight forward. And all of a sudden now it's a scoreable opportunity again for it's Shane Morgan that's hitting this one.
Yeah, well, they're doing the right thing because they're bringing the ball down to ground and they're on the breaking ball. But again, lads, I can't understand how Cappy aren't contesting the puck outs.
So the captain Oran Finn is the man that's coming off, and the man that's coming on is Keane Bowes. As Shane Morgan takes his time with this free. Vital free. The free goes high, goes over the bar, his 3rd of the contest, and suddenly, Andy, there's a bit of daylight. 14 points to 9.
Cappatagle, you can see they're over-reliant on Liam Collins to get their scores now. Jam Mannion and the Garveys probably need to get a bit more influence in the game.
Puck out down the top of Niall Collins. He's vying for possession there with Shane O'Brien. Shane O'Brien, what a season he's had for the men of Loughrea. That ball very close to the sideline, the far side of the field. Again, the ruck develops, and the referee, Brian Keown, deems I've seen enough of it. I'm going to throw that ball in.
Yeah, 10 minutes gone, the second half, 9 points to 14, 5 up for Loughrea. They're in the driving seat now. Cappy need a score to stay in it.
So then, throw in ball. In it goes again. A whole host of players in around the house there. Eventually the ball nearly skids out. Someone can get a touch on it, even a kick it out of it. It was won though by Tiernan Killeen, and Tiernan Killeen goes out over the sideline. That'll be a line ball. Just get the impression, 11 minutes gone in the second half, we've nearly reached the three-quarter stage.
Yeah.
The margin is 5 points. It's not a big margin, but in a low-scoring game like this, Cappy wouldn't want to let it go any further now.
Probably Cappy need a goal to really ignite him to come back into it. But like, they have to kind of shove up on the puck out. I can't understand why they're not, because they're not they're conceding every puck out, and Loughrea kind of get it off very handy.
Niall Collins with the line ball, gets a very high strike on it again in towards Liam Collins' brother. He ends up on the ground, no freeze to the referee, ball goes out wide.
Yeah, he'd want to swing that ball across the square with wide in his own side, give no one a chance at all.
Easier said than done though, as Garage Loughrea stands over the puck out, looking left and right, and again he can go short straight out to Paul Hooman.
No one on him.
And Paul Hooman can look up the field. He's even given the signal that one's going to be in. Jamie Ryan is on the ground with Louis Coughlin. Long ball up towards Darren Shaughnessy, who was yet to score in the county final. Won by Dara Dolan. Dara Dolan plays a 1-2 with Micheál Garvey. There's a Cappy man still down on that in the middle section of the field. Long ball up front, but again, Keane Bowes has been asked to contest a very difficult high ball in there with Paul Hooban, and Loughrea come out and look very measured as they come out of defence. Shane Morgan plays the ball down to the right corner forward position, looking for Darren Shaughnessy. Darren Shaughnessy being followed there by James Garvey, gives a lovely dummy. Darren Shaughnessy has to chop him wet into numbers, ends up on the ground. They still have a Cappy man, I think it's Louis Coughlin that's still down after the original clash, as eventually Cappatagle moved the ball across the field. They had 9 points scored at half time. 12 minutes in the second half, they've only added 1 to make it 9. Loughrea are now on 14 points. Long ball up towards Liam Collins again with Johnny Cohen. Johnny Cohen does enough initiative, but then lovely swivel by Liam Collins. We're playing the advantage. Collins goes back with the hand pass. We go back for the free, as Mannion is down on this latest attack as well. Lewis Coughlin seems to be up. Micheál Garvey has now gone down. 1 or 2 players going down with after coming through various challenges there or whatever. You get the impression though Cappy need the score.
Yeah, well, this should be a tap over for Collins. Like, you know, he's still dangerous inside, but he's on the inside on his own. You know,
Cappy very flat overall. It's really pretty much down to Liam Collins. Michael Garvey's under a good bit of board at 6, but
ref has got in, lads, to the umpires. They call him in something.
Is he calling someone? He's definitely speaking on this on his
Shane O'Brien, I think that's it, no?
Shane O'Brien is coming out to have a chat with him or whatever. In Hanrahan, I think they just happen to be the lads that he met on the way out. So Brian Keoghan, the Garda, walks out, and I think it's going to be, I don't think he's looking for anyone in particular, is he?
No, just kind of chatting to the two boys.
I'd say the two teams are not exactly in the mood for chatting.
No.
As Niall Collins.
Not today.
Niall Collins stands over this free on the 20-metre line, strikes it, puts it over the bar. I suppose a reflection of the game so far, that's his 4th point. He scored 2 65s, 2 frees. Down to the other end, like Liam Collins and Tiernan Killeen, along with Niall Collins, are the top scorers with Shane Morgan, all on either 4 or 3 points. So it's a low scoring game, 14-10. Keane Bowes puts a bit of pressure this time on Shane Morgan as he gets the short poke out, and Shane Morgan be put under pressure and then gets it off to Kieran Hanrahan. Bowes goes after Hanrahan, then Dave Malone comes in and at least forces Hanrahan to hit a little bit earlier, but he hits it down to a lovely space in front of Anthony Burns. James Garvey did enough to knock it away from him. Eventually it's picked up by Louis Coughlin, and Louis Coughlin is fouled.
Start coming into Coughlin. This is good pace, start him into the game.
Yeah, and even though the margin is 4, it's not beyond the bounds yet for Cappy.
But it's just one quick score away from it going either direction.
Igniting again. We saw that in the opening half. Both teams had kind of stages where they looked on fire.
Yeah, but the game is still being played we've been set by Loughrea. They're setting the tempo. Now Loughrea still have to move, or Cappy still have to move up.
Yeah, short free from Skehill to Micheál Garvey. Micheál Garvey to Dara Dolan. Dara Dolan has a man outside him that was worked all the way over to Declan Cronin. He got a crucial score in the semi-final as he strikes this one, but that one was always going to the wrong side of the post and wide. It's expecting a lot to score from there.
Yeah, sure is. They have 9 wides now as we see James Egan coming in as well. He's coming in place of Ronan Garvey.
So, Ronan Garvey, one of the twins, comes off in James Egan, but his club has been doing well anywhere. His native club, he's a Lockmore Castleiney man who won the double in Tipperary. Can he bring the gold Midas touch to Cappy, he wonders? As Garrett Loughrea goes long with this puck out. Loughrea lead by 4 points, 14 points to 10, far side of the field. Well caught, sailing up in the air is Dara Dolan, the teacher in the secondary school in Clare gets it up the field into Liam Collins with a bit of space, this time ahead of Johnny Cohen. Liam Collins striking from out the field towards the goal, but that one goes to the wrong side of the post. So why is adding up now?
Yeah, that's 10 now for Cappatagle, 4 for Loughrea, and they were forced to go along with that one, and obviously Dara Dolan won it, they're gone short again, but Cappatagle just really need to force them to go along. They're working it well out of defence, Loughrea, very, very easy to come out of defence with the ball.
Yeah, that's a big difference in wides, opportunities, scoring chances missed as Ian Hanrahan is on the ball. The man who's already scored 2 points in this contest gets it off to Cullen Killeen. Cullen Killeen got a great point from Clare against Bridge as well the last time, but this one goes across the face of the goal and wide.
Yeah, and Ireland's picked up again. Like Cappy will have to shove, if they want to win the game, they have to shove up. You just can't win with less forwards up there the way things are going.
But for both teams, it's very loose around the middle at the minute. It's kind of, no one is very marking too tightly. And overlaps are kind of created very easily, and soft kind of possession is got. Comes
back then to Keane Bowes. He gets it out then to Liam Collins. Liam Collins striking. That's the second one. And this one goes over the bar. And you've called it. He is their main threat, isn't he? We're back to a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, well, he's able to score very good. He waited for the break this time. Again, now look at this, lads.
So, Garage look down. We've hit 16 and a half minutes of the second half. I won't say we're in squeaky bum time, but we're not far away from it. 3 points between the teams, the same as it was at half time. 14 for Loughrea, 11 for Cappatagle. Long ball from Loughrea down, not quite into the welcoming hands of Anthony Burns and Garvey. The full-back James goes back then to his goalkeeper, another James Skehill, and Skehill goes long.
Space.
Yeah, James Egan is into space. He's filling that. He's on the ball. Gets the pass back then to Niall Collins. Can he get his first point from playing the county final? Niall Collins in towards the goal. The umpire is doubtful. The umpire says that it's gone wide. Niall Collins and James Egan are arguing the toss with the linesman, the far side of the field, but the decision is wide. Missed chance.
Yeah, that was a lovely move. Great ball up to Egan, and give it back to Collins. Give back to the right man. Now he's out and nice, but imagine he'd score from there. Still not shoving up.
No, Shane Morgan this time comes into the number 5 position, gets onto the ball, and from 5 he goes diagonally across to the 15 corner. Out in front of his man again is Anthony Burns, but the man back covering is Donncha Campbell. Did enough to stop it initially, but then the ruck develops. Picked up again then by Donncha Campbell. No freeze to the referee as he gets it off to the man that was fouled in the instance was Oisin
I'd agree with you, sir. Like, you have Niall Garvey there at 6 for Cappatagle. The sensible thing would be to force them to land that ball down top of 6'4".
You see the Loughrea allowed to play it short, and they're looking up. They're making sure not to hit it down on top of Garvey.
Loughrea want to play it short for a reason too, because they don't want the long puck out.
No, and as they can go down these channels, or as they're doing, going across the pitch away from Garvey. But Cappy are still in the game, but you need to push up.
Big score coming in from Tune. Rory Pearson, Roscommon 2-10, Corfin 10 points as the free is taken around the danger area, dealt with by Garage. Look now, the goalkeeper got a touch on it, and then out comes the centre half back, that is Shane Morgan. Shane Morgan gets it off then to Cayman Killeen, and he gets it off to Tiernan, and Tiernan goes with a lovely ball in front of Anthony Burns, who tries to spin James Garvey. James Garvey does awful well to dispossess him. Good play by the full back.
In fairness, Garvey, lads, has been outstanding for Cappatagle.
And Cappy worked the ball out the field again. I suppose in a way we're going into Cappy time, aren't we now, in the last 12 minutes of the game, as Garvey, Michael goes long in towards James Egan again. The ball broken down by James Egan into the path of Jan Mannion. He ends up on the ground, was looking for the free, it wasn't coming as Brian Keary is on the ball. Out comes Brian Keary, soling towards the sideline, then turns infield, drives it down, but again under pressure, can't pick the perfect ball, and that goes down into Declan Cronin. The county final is still alive here, lads.
It's still alive, and Loughrea are leading, but this thing could go either way.
James Skehill thought about going shorter, but he again goes up to David Malone. 2 points in the opening half. David Malone outside the 65-metre line, ends up on the ground as he strikes the ball. The ball is coming in, and the ball has gone over the bar. Malone has hit the ground as well.
Tackle.
Was there a late tackle, Andy?
Yeah, just as Malone got the strike away, late tackle there from Kieran Hannon, he could be in a small bit of trouble.
Well, Brian Cohn is stopping the clock anyway, Niall. Yeah, the last 3 points have come from Cappatagle to suddenly put them just 2 behind, 14-12.
Linesman has gone out here, so
John Kane is the linesman this side of the field.
He's an experienced man.
We were following the ball, in fairness, and the flight of the ball. That's a big contribution from Dave Malone to get 3 points.
Got 3 points, it's his best game in the county, since we've seen him playing this year. This is probably his top game. Now Loughrea under a bit of pressure, 14-12. So it'll be interesting what happens here. The linesman is going in.
It was a kind of a slap, I think, at the end of it.
Well gone.
Kieran Hannon, but
Loughrea have been a bit wasteful there in the last few minutes. They've got the sharp puckouts, they've carried it to the 45, and they've sent it into kind of no man's land really a lot of the time.
Dylan Shocknessy's about to come on, lads, as well for Loughrea.
Paul Hooven drives.
And Jack Coughlin as well for Cappy.
Yeah, the benches are now being gone to as Cappy get the ball again back in defence. They're back to 2 points, 14-12. Michael Garvey goes solo and out of defence. As I said, Micheál Garvey on the ball. We're into the last 10 minutes of the county final. We're now into squeaky bum time as David Malone loses the stick, being forced back to towards his own goal line, about 40 metres away from goal. The ball very close to the sideline, goes out over the line. John Kane will make the call on that.
That's a ball.
Attention
Ball that should have been cleared by Cappy there. Plenty of time. He got a sharp pass and he got knocked down. Loughrea subs now could make a big difference. Here comes Shock to see that this guy's a good order, strong, forceful.
He was down under for a lot of the year. He comes in and he's actually replacing his brother. So 31, not on the programme as a number player. He comes in for Darren Shaughnessy. So we have 2 points between them. 21 minutes gone in the second half of the Brooks Galway Senior Hurling Championship final. Jamie Ryan.
This is a line ball for Jamie Ryan. What's the bet? And he won't put it over the bar.
It's great to see him back after that terrible hand injury. Jamie Ryan striking. What a strike by Jamie Ryan towards the goal, taken under the crossbar though by James Scahill. And Scahill winds up and drives it out the field, but only as far as the Loughrea man, who's overturned by Aidan Garvey. Excellent work by Aidan Garvey there. Ball still alive. Scoring opportunity going to begging now. With some strike of the live ball, in fairness.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go over there. He was aiming up for the well caught by Scahill and then intercepted his puck out.
There's tension in the air, isn't there?
Yeah, even these throwing lads are vital.
They're absolutely vital. 2 points between them. Loughrea 14, Cappy 12. We've had no goal yet in the county final. As the ruck ball run by Colin Killeen, Cayman Killeen, I should say, who was fouled, and then for a bit of zip from the Cappy lads, off goes Brian Keown and adds maybe 15 yards to the free, which should be a gimme for Loughrea.
Yeah, Cappatagle had the chance there. That it was almost clear, but it's all said it's these rucks now are going to start forming more and more, and nothing drastic. You know, even if you do lose possession, that you don't foul like that. So it's important for both teams.
Jack Coughlin's coming in here, lads.
Jack Coughlin comes in for David Malone. That's injury induced because he's hit 3 points.
Malone has a great game, to be fair to him. Best game this year, I'd say.
So Tiernan Killeen has a chance to extend Loughrea's lead out to 3, and he does just that. His 4th point of the contest. Loughrea lead by 3. 8 minutes left in their 9th county final appearance in the last 22 years. As Cappy come on the attack, and that's well taken by Niall Collins. Niall Collins is a runner inside, was trying to offload, but then got dispossessed, and out comes Brian Keary. That could be a vital interception. Loughrea, though, then are turned over themselves coming out the field, goes to the man who's only after coming in, that's Jack Coughlin. Jack Coughlin on the sideline, strikes, but it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide. Cappy are missing chances.
Yeah, but they're snap chances, like, you know. Here's the soft puck out again, lads. Unreal.
It is. Stephen Morgan has nearly gone up to the right half back position, gets it off then to Cayman Killeen. Cayman Killeen turns away from Dara Dolan, gets the hand pass inside then to Dylan Shaughnessy. He dropped it though right to the GA side. He's put under pressure, but he does awful well to keep the ball in hand. Well played by Dylan Shaughnessy. Then he runs into too many numbers simply. Lewis Coughlin has reclaimed the ball for Cappatagle. They trail by 3, 15 points to 12. Then he's overturned by Dylan Shaughnessy. Pressure from both teams. Shane Morgan has a shot in towards the goal that goes to the wrong side of the
There's trouble on the turnovers, lads. You think there's a rugby match you're looking at. They're off to let the ball shift and go hard. That middle third, lads, it's like a minefield out there. First person that lets the ball fly, it'll go. What's happening is they're all looking for a little pass.
The wides are mounted up as well. As Cappy have 12 wides, Loughrea's 8.
James Scahill, long puck out, down on top of his full forward line. The tidying up though is done by Johnny Cohen. Johnny Cohen under pressure, being forced back the field, and he's deemed to have overcarried. Free into Cappy.
Big tackle from James Egan.
Is there an impression with 6 minutes left? In fairness to both teams, there's horrendous pressure and tension because the prize is so big.
Loughrea are still not pushing to convert to drive it home to ensure it, and Cappatagle are still just the 3 points down, possibly back to 2 here. So it's 5 minutes to go, whatever injury time as well, to 8 minutes possibly in total. It's very, very hard to call it yet.
Yeah, well, like this will be a point for Collins, won't it, Les?
It'll never be a draw. As 15 points to 12, 24:30 gone on the clock. Niall Collins with a simple free, pops it high, puts it over the bar. That's his 5th point from free. 3 points from play from Dave Malone, 4 points from play from Liam Collins, 1 point from play from Jar Mannion. It's the forward story from Cappatagle. Sharp puck out again, Paul Hubel, 1-2s with Garage Lucknan. Lucknan comes out to the semicircle and then drives and blazes the long ball down to nearly the full forward line. Well caught in the air there by Anthony Burns, who has the shot that's gone to the wrong side of the post and wide. He did
everything right, put the shoot.
Yeah.
German is making run here. If Scahill can see him, he's on the run.
Yeah, Scahill goes. He's trying to find Mannion on the run. The ball is broken down. Who does the break ball go to? Often more important than the original ball. It's won by Cappy. They come across the field. Over to the man on the ball is Keane Bowes. Keane Bowes striking half block though. will it drop in favour of his forwards inside? Good defensive play by Hanrahan, picked up by Paul Hoolman using experience. Keeps the ball in hand and misplaces the pass out to Niall Collins. Niall Collins goes back then to Jack Coughlin. Jack Coughlin striking. He's already had a strike, but that one only goes into the hand, the welcoming hand of Garage Lucknow. Could they be the things that the teams will be looking back on next week and saying, why did we do this and why did we do that? Joseph Mooney is on the ball ahead of Garvey. Joseph Mooney is on the edge of the square. Out comes Scahill. The ball is still alive there. Anthony Burns can pick it up. Is there anyone in the goal? That's a goal from Anthony Burns. That probably wins the county final for the men of Loughrea.
Great score. You'd imagine that Cappy had it cut out, but he came to the right man Burns and he sneaked it in like impossible angle. That gives a real breathing space for Loughrea. They're up 5 points.
It was a long ball. It was Joseph Mooney that bothered James Garvey going in along the goal. Out comes Scahill with a big diving challenge. He left his goal line and Anthony Burns finished the ball to the back of the net. Is that the score, Andy Cohen?
Yeah, it looks like it's ball in here again now for Cappatagle. Yeah, Micheál Garvey had the initial turnover done for Cappatagle, but it ended up that it Burns had a second chance.
115 to 13 points. In 2020 there was one goal in the county final. In 2021 with Loughrea involved there was none the first day, there was one the second day, and last year's county final had 3 goals. So goals are a huge currency in a county final.
In a game like this, to be fair, it fell to the right man Burns, but Scahill did come out and kind of got a great tackle to kind of cut off the play, but then the real trouble came because it came to Burns and there was no one in the goals. It gives Loughrea a breathing space. What's it, 4 or 5 minutes left before minutes injury time, but it puts the real pressure back on Cappy. It's Loughrea's to lose now. They look like winning it all through, but I think and it could be another sub coming on here for Loughrea.
Tom Hoban comes in. We'll be looking for candidates for man of the match quite soon as well.
Yeah, big strong man Hoban. It's hard to play well in this guy because he's a tough jigger.
Yeah, Cayman Killen has his 57 minutes of the county final work done. 115 to 13 points. Is there any reaction now from Cappatagle? They've finished late in their last few games. They're going to have to do it again as Tiernan Killen is a shot that goes across the face of the goal and wide.
Yeah, Tiernan got down, just took a kind of a lazy shot. Probably felt just agreed with it. Cappy needed a score just to hang in.
2.5 minutes of normal time left. 115 to 13 points. The goal from Anthony Burns could be the key score. James Egan was under that, but the man that's coming out with it is Shane Morgan. Shane Morgan under pressure as he comes out there. Hits the deck, ball comes back to Paul Hoban, tries to get to the hand. Loughrea put the numbers into the ruck. And eventually though it's won by Liam Collins. Liam Collins has the ball, tries to slip the hand pass inside to Jan Mannion. Johnny Cohen goes down. And that's going to be a free out. You would have to say that right now this is Loughrea are in pole position to get over the line.
They are, yeah. The game has been played in their terms, as they say, Cappy never pushed up and the puck out. Now they're fighting to the bitter end. Johnny Cohen got kind of a trip coming out there, and they'll take their time now. These guys are experienced, from Paul Hoban, Morgan, these guys, they're very, very steady. And you'd have to say, the wing backs, O'Brien and Carey, these guys, and Hanrahan midfield, a bundle of energy all through. Good players, they've only won 2 cups in their lifetime, or the history of the J in Loughrea, and this seems to be now they're on the way for the third one.
And it's not easy to win these things, is it? There's a minute and a half of normal time left. Johnny Cohen is down getting some running repairs there. Loughrea lead by 115 to 13 points. It's a position you want to be in, though.
And that's why Loughrea have found it so difficult, that they're so hard to win. It's just to push that home, and they're in a fine position now at 5 points up with 2 minutes of normal time to play. So you'd imagine that, they have the control of the game all along, really. It's just to finish it off has been probably the hardest part for them.
Free by Shane Morgan, down on top of Tiernan Killeen. Tiernan Killeen under pressure from Donegal Campbell. Loughrea just need to keep the ball up at this end of the field, but they just need to make sure they don't concede any late scores. Dylan Shaughnessy is on the ball. Good hurler. This guy goes out. Lovely pass all the way out there to Ian Hanrahan. Ian Hanrahan striking from the middle of the field, but that one just didn't have enough on it. The pressure and fairness by Cappy. Cappy need to come late.
Well, the one thing about Cappy, Sean, we know is that they won't die. We've seen them here in the semi-final and the quarter-final. They come back from the dead.
115 to 13 points is the scoreline. Puck out down on top of a crowded area. There needs to be a bit of variety maybe from Cappy in the last few minutes of this contest. We have played 29-33 of the 60 minutes. Loughrea are on the verge of a county championship victory as Anthony Burns tries to spin away from Declan Cronin. Anthony Burns has hit 1 goal and 3 points in this contest. Back to Dylan Shaughnessy. Dylan Shaughnessy out the left, striking in, but it goes to the wrong side of the post and wide.
Yeah, Cappy have to get some kind of a score. Here it comes down now, trying to find Jai Mannion.
From Scahill to Jai Mannion in wing forward position. He overruns it slightly, ends up on the deck. No freeze to the referee. Ball won then by Niall Collins. Niall Collins very close to the sideline, under pressure, then strikes. There's going to be 4 minutes of additional time, enough of time to win any game. As Liam Collins, the man, is on the ball. That's the man that Cappy do want on the ball. Liam Collins circling out, gets a lovely ball inside to Ian Garvey. Ian Garvey can't bring it with him though. Under pressure, free in. Free in deemed Brian Keoghan 115 to 13 points.
The Garvey was unlucky there. He had almost was a half chance there if he had got that into his hand first time that they possibly could have got something for Cappatagle. But yeah, Cappatagle are staying going. They're still fighting.
They are, yeah, and they'll die with their boots on, like there's no doubt about that. And as you say, Andy, if he caught that ball clear, then he should tap this over and bring it back to 4 points.
So then, Niall Collins, we have 42 seconds of the 4 minutes of additional time played, and Niall Collins puts it over the bar from the free. That's his 6th place ball of the game. We have 1 minute nearly of the 4 played, sir. 115 to 14 points.
Loughrea, there's a man you want to be careful now.
As Garage Ducknan again can go short to his full back line. It's been the story of this county final. Off to Paul Hooven, and Paul Hooven can solo up that side of the field. Thought about it then off the pass, but then goes inside and then is deemed to have over-carried the ball, is it?
Yeah.
Caught it 3 times.
3 times.
Wow.
Again, having too much time on the ball, really, you know what I mean? No one go near him.
But Andy, you say, why was there no pressure from Cappy there?
Yeah, the time is up. You've nothing left to lose. No. Why would you give a free carry for 30 yards and just be lucky that he overcarried?
It's kind of happening all day, though, Andy, isn't it? Like,
it's been their undoing. It's been their undoing.
So, free that Niall Collins will stand over. We have 31-44 playing on the clock. 4-point ball game. This one just near the halfway line on the 65-metre line. He's about 3 metres in from the sideline on the stand side of the field here in Kenny Park. He's in the only spot in the field.
The one thing he doesn't do here now, Sean, is put it wide. Either put it over or drop it short.
Yeah, Niall Collins striking it. It's on its way.
He's got it.
And he's got it. We're back to 3. That's his 7th point of the contest.
Great score.
2 minutes of normal time left. 115 to 15 points. 3 points between them. Garage Ducknan, not in a hurry. Would you blame him with the puck out?
First time in the game that the Cappy pushed up on the puck out.
Yeah, puck out down to Ian Garvey. Takes it out there. The ball breaks out of his hand though. Who's onto the break ball? This is absolutely crucial, you think, in the destiny of the Tom Cannon Cup for this year, as Brian Keoghan says he's going to throw it in. Who's the first there for the throw in? First 2 get it. Ball breaks out to Jack Coughlin. Jack Coughlin is on it. Goes back to Louis Coughlin, and Lewis strikes the long ball upfield. Up for Niall Collins. Ball breaks. Niall Collins gets onto the break ball. Niall Collins is on the ball. He's trying to set up a goal scoring chance. Collins strikes his first point from play. Is it a case of too little too late, Andy?
Possibly, Sean. It's getting a little bit loose again here now on time up. Loughrea want to get possession of the ball and secure, get it into the danger man on the inside again. But yeah, it's getting a bit loose here now towards the finish.
The reaction of the crowd is unreal. 115 for Loughrea, 16 points for Cappatagle, a 2-point ball game. This puck out is crucial. It's won by Cappatagle. But the man that won it is up in the ground though, and it's won by Ian Hanrahan in return, and Ian Hanrahan gets Loughrea on the attack. Up to Joseph Mooney. That move into the inside line has borne dividends thus far. Hand pass back to Jamie Ryan. Back to Joseph Mooney. Joseph Mooney been swung around. Surely a free in. No free to the referee as Declan Cronin goes down on it. He gets no free either. We're going to throw in the ball, I would speculate.
This is all killing time now.
Yeah.
What's it? Only 2 points in it. Hard to believe.
Yeah, there's only a half a minute of normal time left. It looks like the town, doesn't it?
Yeah, they have been away ahead on the half here to come again.
Yeah, the throw-in ball. Loughrea have it, but it's gone out from Tiernan Killeen, I think, out over the sideline, the far side of the field. It's now or never for Cappatagle.
Last stand saloon. They have to pull forward.
They need a goal to save the day.
To get a goal to win the match.
Oh, win the goal. You're right.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
There's only 2 points in it. 115 to 16 points. This is what it's all about. As Declan Cronin takes the line ball, doesn't go that far, might work out to Michael Garvey. Michael Garvey picks, doesn't hand, sends a huge ball down the field again. Cappy having a lot of numbers in around the house. Liam Collins goes up, the ball goes over his head. That was won by Johnny Cronin. There it is. The town have won the county championship on a final scoreline with the 2024 county final of Loughrea. 1 goal and 15 points. Cappatagle 16 points. In their 13th senior hurling championship final appearance in Galway, they've finally won their 3rd. In 41, they beat the Army with Joe Keller as the captain. In 2006, they beat Portumna with Jamie McLaren as the captain. And in the year of 2024, Ian Hanrahan is about to accept the Tom Cannon Cup. The only unbeaten team in this year's championship. They topped their group. They were the finalists 2 years ago, and now that record of 1 win in the last county 8 county finals can change to 2 wins in 9. Loughrea, the deserving winners.
Look, they set the tempo. They got off to a great start. To be fair, Cappy came back and did the finish very strong at the end of the first half. Again, the start of the second half, Cappy actually missed a few scores, vital scores that kind of kept them in the game. Loughrea pushed on again, but to be fair to Cappatagle, they never died, which you knew they would. They kept fighting the end, and like you'd imagine Loughrea won by more, but still it was only 2 points less than the puck of a ball in at the very end. Fair play to Loughrea, like they deserved very much. You have to give great credit to Cappy too. Fantastic game, very enjoyable.
Man of the match, Niall, and your thoughts, Andy? Anthony Burns?
Anthony Burns, yeah. No, Joe Mooney, the big move to Joe Mooney to 14 was a big telling factor at the very end. But for Anthony Burns, from start to finish, he was under a lot of that ball that came into the full forward line, got some vital scores.
I thought the 2 hand runs as well, and Shane O'Brien, very busy.
Went through a lot of ball, yeah.
Yeah, so Anthony Burns, the man of the match in that instance then. But for Loughrea, really, lads, it's the end of a savage period of disappointment, isn't it?
Because like it just shows, Andy said, how hard it is to win a county final. Because like they were on top, they were leading through, they were 5 points up, but going into injury time, and the next thing it's back to 2 again in anyone's game. Like Cappy, we've seen the finish flourish against Sarsfields and against St Thomas's. Look, the town, as they're called, they'll have no win through the town this year. Everything will be kind of going full crack, and they'll try to build on this dynasty. Now, what they have to do now, of course, okay, they'll celebrate, but now it's important that Loughrea go out and represent Galway and Connacht in the championship, because we're used to Thomas doing it, and they did it great, like won All Irelands, got beaten by points, but put up great performances. Loughrea now, as Galway champions, have to do the very same thing.
And there was a feeling through the game that they were the better team, but as I keep saying, it's so hard to get over the line, isn't it?
They were, and for me, they were the better team even on paper beforehand. But just because they're kind of record in finals and crunch games, and it kind of showed today in parts where they still didn't drive it home. They had the advantage. They were probably playing that bit better hurling all day. What they were trying to do was working out definitely a lot more often, and they were kind of putting their stamp on the game much better. So look, they're deserving winners. There's some players on those team, on that Loughrea team, that thoroughly deserve a county championship. The likes of Johnny Cohen, the likes of Jamie Ryan, they've been there really for the last 10-12 years. So look, from that point of view, it'd be disappointing for Cappatagle, but when they look back over the game, some of their decisions to concede, as we keep saying, conceding that puck out, but overall I think they weren't kind of potent enough and kind of hurling with enough of an edge on them as well too on the day of a final, and especially into the second half where they had been three down at half time. They should have really thrown caution to the wind and go for it. They had nothing to lose.
I don't think, Andy, like in the final, okay, you have to stay in it, you need that final, but after that, like when the game develops, you have to push up. You just can't afford to be giving Johnny Cohen, Paul Hoban, these lads soft puck outs. They ran up the pitch a little bit, Shane Marvin, and in place and into Cappatagle. They were able to place it into green areas where there was no one, where the Loughrea forwards could run onto it. Now, near the end, they shoved up with a minute to go, but that was too late.
But the goal from Mooney was perfect example of what was happening all day. Even though Cappy were conceding the puck out, their spare man was quite often right in the middle of the field, not covering that space in front of Joe Mooney. He was in no man's land. He was just watching the ball all day, sailing over his head.
Which is supposed to be fair, like the goal came from Burns, came to the right man, but to be fair to the backs of Cappy that him cut off, and James Scale had as well, but by James coming out and kind of foot tackling, then he was out. There was no one there to block the goal was open.
It was a simple finish then in the end, like yeah. For Cappy, I mean, it's been a great year to get to their first ever county championship final. I think, as we were saying in the preview, there probably wouldn't have been an expectancy, if you're being honest, with asking one of them before the start of the year, did they expect to be here?
No, they got a fair trimming from Turlough in the group stage. Look, they came through, they built the momentum, they've got to the final on merit in the knockout games, in fairness to them in the knockout stages there in the last couple of weeks. But look, they'll just be that little bit disappointed. Did the occasion get to them maybe possibly around that half forward line there? It was really all down to Liam Collins in the inside line to get the scores when they really needed them. Niall Collins chipped in fairness to him. David Malone got 3 great points as well. But overall, I think not enough of them kind of settled into the occasion and got going.
But you'd have to be fair to Cappy during the year, like the Garvey brothers, like they poured with their hearts and with their strength and just kept going and going. Lewis Coughlin had a kind of a fantastic season. The Collins is up front. Jan Mannion, okay, today might happen, but they did play very well to get this far. Like, and as you were saying, like probably at the beginning of the year, when they look back on their year, they'll be very disappointed not to win the final. But when they look back on the overall year, they'll have to say that they had a very good year. Loughrea started off missing 6 key players from last year, which is a lot. And that meant they had to use their subs and maybe break the junior team. They did that, and they're the only unbeaten team. And today, like, I'd have to say, every game we saw them, they kind of led from the front, they tasted the pace, and the game was played on their terms. It was the very same today. They were never actually behind today either.
That's what you'd have to say with McManus being injured. You'd really, with his form in the last 2 or 3 years, that you would have said probably written off Loughrea's chances. But lo and behold, they've actually, like you said, Jamie Ryan come back. They've got a few extra players in as well too. A lot of impact from the bench. So look at it, it's come through for them for today.
Yeah, it's a big one. like for the boys over the team, like Tommy Kelly there a long time, Gavin Keary, Shane Cusick, all these boys, Nigel Murray, John Conlon is there down from Clonlara. They have a big bunch of fellas, all homemade fellas. There's a lot of them in it, but they'll be thrilled tonight. Look, they'll celebrate, and why wouldn't they? The town is decked out like in the colours. Fantastic. I've never seen a turnout for a county final, both in Cappy and in Loughrea. The colour has been fantastic. And look, lads, we had a great final, great atmosphere. Like a big plus as well.
I think we're going to Niall. I think Niall is down there with one of the Loughrea heroes. I think you're with
Anthony Burns.
Yeah, I have the man of the match here beside me, Anthony Burns. What a day, county champions.
Unreal. Words can't describe now. It hasn't even set in properly yet.
You got 1-3 in the county final, 3 points in the first half, but your goal late on, absolutely crucial.
Yeah, it saw off the game now, just about, but thankful it went in now.
You've had a fantastic year all through. You've been the go-to man in that full forward line, and to deliver in a county final day, that must be really special.
Yeah, it feels good, but I couldn't have done it without the rest of my teammates. That's the fact, they helped us push on now, and that's some more to say now.
You've had a great year, obviously, the county champions. There was probably a bit of pressure on Loughrea coming in as well, maybe favourites into the final, but you settled well into it early on.
Yeah, we didn't listen to any of that now at the start. We just came in, knew how to play our game, and the result to take care of itself.
And a fantastic performance. You're going to collect the Man of the Match award. I think a goal and 3 points in a county final. A wonderful score.
Yeah, delighted with it. I'm delighted. Couldn't have worked out any better now.
Well done today, and enjoy the celebrations. There's a lot of guys jumping around me here, so I better let you get back to them. Well done, Anthony Burns, Man of the Match in the county final.
Super job there, Niall. Excellent catching Anthony Burns. Niall is going to catch 1 or 2 more down there as well as the day goes on.
If he doesn't get knocked.
Crowd surfing.
He had a great year. We've seen him all
year.
Like kind of in a 2-man full forward, and self shocks he did very well. And as Andrew referred to, even when Joe Mooney went in there, it caused a lot of trouble as well. They had a kind of a game plan. They worked it around the middle, not fast on lane, kind of tapped over from outside. They were able to play it long and short, but it was made that little bit easier by Cappy not contesting the puck out.
I think Niall is down there as well. I think Niall has another member of the backroom team there, which is Niall down at pitch level. Back to you.
Yeah, you're welcome live here to Galway FM. I have Gavin Keary with me here, part of the backroom team with Loughrea. A very special day for the town.
It's unbelievable. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of stuck for words. First of all, probably want to commiserate with Cappy. I think they were outstanding, phenomenal all year, and so they should be so proud of themselves today as well. It's a hard place to be. Losing them, I've lost enough of them myself, so I know what it's about. But for us, it's a huge day. 18 years bridging that gap, and some of these guys weren't even born when we won it last. And probably could have heard a little bit better, but we'll take the win.
It's all about getting over the line. And you mentioned it's been 18 years. For some players like Neil Keary, Paul Hooban, Johnny Conan, those guys, they've played in county finals, 3 or 4 of them, didn't get over the line. Really special for the older players.
Yeah, it is. It's massive. And I'd have to compliment their dedication. When things were going a little bit awkward, maybe 14, a couple of years back over the time, and things were just a little bit tight, but they just stuck at it, and they just got so dedicated, and they're an absolute credit to work with, and they should be so proud of themselves today. So it's worth it. It's worth the wait.
It was a tight game. You got off to a great start, though. You were 4 points, no score up after 7 or 8 minutes, and things were going well at that stage.
Yeah, I think our game plan worked. We were happy with it. I think Cappy adjusted then, made a couple of moves, and it really worked for them. And their counter-attack and play was outstanding, and we struggled to deal with that in patches. And then I think we went in a couple of points in at half time, and that was huge.
You got 3 points in injury time, where crucial scores coming up to half time.
Yeah, and it probably just gives a small bit of breathing space. It definitely made our conversation at half time a little bit different. But look, I've been playing loads of county finals. They're so hard won. We knew going into this is going to be a puck of the ball in it, and today was no exception.
Today was no exception. The goal, crucial score near the end. Did you think at that stage the cup was on the way to Loughrea?
No, I didn't. I'm being very honest with you. I think we've been through that before. We were leading. I think Thomas has caught us a couple of years ago. So we spoke about that. If we were in that position, what would that mean today? But no, I'll still take the goal. But it definitely hadn't the game won at that stage, no.
You mentioned the disappointments. I'm sure today doesn't make up for them. But from a Loughrea perspective, you've been to the fore in Galway over the last number of years, not being able to get over the line. I know St. Thomas's have been great champions, but to be the next team after them, that was crucial, and that's important, isn't it?
It is, and you know, I'd look in with what Thomas has done with absolute admiration. You know, people would be nearly getting sick of them winning, but I'd see it the other way. I thought it was up to all the rest of the pack to just get better. And I think we have. I think the rest of the pack have. It's a good sign of the Galway Club Championship this year that 7, 8, 9 teams could win it. And it proved it. The quarterfinals proved it. Maybe you know, Cappy feel a small bit aggrieved that they knocked out the All-Ireland champions and we didn't play them, but you have to take what comes, yeah.
Finally, before I let you go there, the emotion out here, you saw it when the final whistle went, what it means, not alone to the team, but to the people of the town, to the people involved in the Loughrea Hurling Club over many years. This is a special day.
It is, it's massive, and that starts with our manager, Tommy Kay. He's a very, very popular character in the town, and I could see over the last 9-10 weeks that the support for him, you know, it generated a real boost around him. When we started improving in our performances, the club and the supporters got behind us, and that's massive. People don't realise it. You know, we're saturated with really good hurling clubs around the small 3 kilometre of a town that we have, but to actually win it now, it just gives us a bit of breathing space. It's a great feeling.
Well done today, and no doubt you'll enjoy the celebrations and no doubt go for the All-Ireland Championship in a few weeks' time.
We will, and look, thanks a million, and again, commiserations to Cappy. They should be so proud of themselves.
Well done, Gavin. Enjoy today. Well done.
Well done, Niall. That's super. Is there anyone else you want to grab there while you're down there?
We'll try and look for a few more lads here if we can. The goalkeeper is quite close to me. I think he's gone in with his family at the moment. That's Garage Loughrea, the man who made the penalty save. He might talk to me in it if we can get him over here to us. But I'm sure they want to get on with the celebrations as well and get the county cup in their arms. But what a fantastic day for Loughrea, Sean. There's such emotion out here, it must be said. It means so much to the people of Loughrea that they've got over the line and won this county championship. A lot of pressure on them, of course, having been in the wrong end of county championship finals over the last couple of years, but today they've won it. They're the county champions, and no doubt they're going to be worthy champions. They have had a fantastic campaign. They're the only team that have gone through the championship unbeaten, and there's another fella coming over towards me here, Paul Houben, the cornerback, a man who has seen a lot of days with Loughrea. Paul, today must be the greatest of them all for you.
Yeah, do you know, we've come to the hurdle many times and fell, and today we got over it and absolutely over the moon. Really, really happy.
It was a tough game out there. You got off to a great start, but you finished very, very strongly. The goal crucial near the end.
All year we get the goals like we've been getting them, and you know, in fairness to Cappy, like they kind of made things very hard for us, especially inside the 2 lads in damage all year. But finally we got it, and it was the difference, to be fair.
You've played in a good few county finals. You've experienced defeat, but today must make up for some of those defeats.
For sure. I think played 5 2 replays. Today makes it 8 and came away with 1 medal. So doesn't need to say much from me now to tell you how much I'm going to appreciate this one.
And we mentioned yourself and Johnny Cohen and Neil Keary, guys who've soldiered for many, many years to finally get over the line to get your hands on that county medal.
Every day you go up to the pitch and pat the gear bag, it's all worth it for today.
I see Emmett Mahoney beside me here, crying beside Gavin Keary. It means so much to the people of Loughrea, the hurling people of Loughrea especially.
Yeah, look, you know, credit to the people in the town. You could drive down through the town there's absolutely flags everywhere, houses absolutely bombarded with buntons, and you know, as I said, you have enough bad days. When you get the good day today, I know it means the world to the people of Loughrea, and we'll enjoy the next few days.
Finally, for your opponents, Cappatagle, their first county final, they really put it up to you today.
Absolutely. You know, I suppose if you look at their journey to the county final, like they were getting scrapes of wins, and for the you know, for the performances they put in today, and even knocking out Thomas's, you know, fairness, credit to them. They've obviously went and done their homework and came to it, and some of them had phenomenal games. But all I can say to them is, you know, keep together and come back. I've no doubt they'll get one.
And while today is the county final, I'm sure you'll celebrate for the next couple of weeks. But there's an All-Ireland series down the line coming up towards Christmas. I'm sure you'll knuckle down to try and win that now as well.
Niall, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I don't know who we're up against next. I haven't looked that far, because for us it was no looking past today.
Well done today. Enjoy the celebrations. Congratulations on winning the county senior title.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Paul. Cheers.
Well done, Niall, and as you get them there, Niall, keep talking. We're just looking here, poor old Claude Gagan, the chairman of the hurling board, is calling Loughrea over to the centre of the stand.
They're eventually going. Just thinking there, Sean, like the likes of, say, Larry Murray in Loughrea, Lexi Marmy and Anthony, Tony O'Donnell, MacDonald, like all these diehards, you know, are there for years, like Fergie Benson. Only like 1941 and they won a few years ago. Now it's hard to believe it's only their third one, but for them people, like, they'll die happy, if you know what I mean, to see Loughrea winning again. Like, and this, you know, like Paul referred to, they didn't think ahead, but like they have a campaign to come in. They have a lot of young hurlers in this.
Johnny Cohen is beside me, lads.
Johnny Cohen, yeah, off you go, yeah.
Yeah, the man who's soldiered for many, many years for Loughrea. Johnny,
I'll give you a bit of time there. What a day. You must be absolutely thrilled. You were the man that came out with the last ball there at the end. When the final whistle went, it must be unbelievable, an unbelievable experience.
Unbelievable, yeah. And look, the game wasn't over until the final whistle, and Cappy threw absolutely everything at us. And we knew coming into the game, if we weren't at our best, we were going to be found wanting. And for years we've come to this stage. For years we've come up short, but there's just a bit of a different animal in this team, and there was serious desire to get over the line today, and it's just incredible.
You had a great blend of youth and experience, obviously yourselves with the experience yourself at Hoban in the full back line, but you have a lot of really good young players that have come into the team over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and look at myself and Paul, we're old timers at this stage, and we're just delighted to be part of their team. At this stage we soldier with the older brigade like Johnny Maher and Vinnie Maher and Gavin Keary and all them boys, and we're privileged to be part of that team. And we're kind of coming towards some might say we're coming towards the end of our career, but the injection of youth into this Loughrea panel, the underage structures in Loughrea have been incredible, and it's just brilliant to get over the line.
Finally, before I let you go, you mentioned to me before your brother Inda played in one game for Loughrea, the county final in 2006. You had played for a year since yourself. He got his county medal on his first day out. You've got yours now. What a day.
Yeah, it's a bit of a roller coaster, all right, but look, at the end of the day, the mark will go on the trophy there that Loughrea, the county champions for 2024, and we're absolutely buzzing with that.
Well done, Johnny, and enjoy the celebrations. Go up and collect that cup. Well done. Good man. Cheers.
Well done, Niall. Super stuff, and the presentation is about to be made. We were joking there, Niall, that it was taking quite a while for the presentation to be made. They waited 18 years and they nearly kept Claude waiting for another period. So maybe if you just head to the presentation area and we'll try and pick that speech up as well as the cup has been presented. Well, Cyril, these are the scenes looking out in the field, and in fairness to Cappatagle, the team have remained out in the field as Claude Gagan is addressing the crowd here now.
Yeah, look, they're going to feel down in their boots. Anyone would have to lose in the county final. It's a tough place to be, but if you stick together, it can make us stronger. I'm just looking down here the side now, and I see John Condon, who had a great campaign for Clare this year, as a centre back.
Yeah.
Woody's all around. He's back here in the dugout.
His mind's in the gear in the Loughrea dugout.
It's a great man to have minded from centre back. I think he's getting a big war next Friday night from the writers of the journalists of Ireland. I suppose there was a good debate how he didn't make the half-back line an all-star, but everyone thought he would have, but that won't worry Johnny. He has the medal that counts. He would have been a big help to that player.
And there we have the presentation, and we might take that feed directly now from the presentation as Claude Gagan has presented the cup to Ian Hanrahan.
And with that, it's my great pleasure to present the Tom Catlin Cup to today's winning captain, Ian Hanrahan.
So then the scene there as Ian Hanrahan in the middle of the stand, the Loughrea faithful out on the pitch looking up. These are special moments, and I'd say Ian Hanrahan has dreamt about this moment for a long time.
Yeah, he had a great campaign. He's very active, very busy. Himself and Shane O'Brien and these guys, and Kieran Hannon, as the year went on, they got better and better and better. Popping up for an odd score here and there. He got his 2 points again today, but he's doing that all year. Great going forward and very busy. Kind of great to mark him as well. He'll get it hard to make any speech because they're so excited over there, Sean. It's going to be hard to get.
Son down Ormond, current show Glocka, or son value Loughrea!
That's the easy bit.
You better not forget anyone now.
Look, I'll just keep it short and sweet. There's just a couple of people I want to thank on behalf of these amazing men here in blue and yellow. To Kenny Park, the shorts, the ground workers. It's unbelievable. The pitch is like a carpet. The atmosphere here today was brilliant. And this is where we all want to be playing. So thanks very much. To Brian Keoghan and his officials, the man in the middle, it's not the easiest of jobs, but fair play. It was a fair, hard game, and look, that's all we asked for. So thanks very much, Brian and his officials. To the sponsors of the championship, Brooks and Liam, and the county board for the coverage that the hurling championship gets here. It's absolutely brilliant, and we're just delighted to be part of it. So thanks very much. Look to our own sponsors, Cara Precision and Eddie Kenny. Your support never goes unnoticed, so thanks very much. And everyone who else donated down through the year to give us where we are today, so thanks very much. Our families, wives, girlfriends and kids, look at, you make sacrifices no more than we do, and you're the ones who have to put up with us when we're bad form, when games don't go our way, and you rally behind us every time, and you got behind us 2 years ago and promised us that we'd get back up here, so we're delighted to be here again today, and we hope you'll enjoy this as much as we will. To our own club committee, top table, Lillian, Merton and Aidan, look at the work you do behind the scenes is unreal, and it doesn't go unnoticed. We're just the lucky ones that get to go out on the pitch, and thanks very much for everything you've done all year. We never wanted for anything, so thanks. I'd like to take the opportunity as well just to remember lots of hard work has gone into our club since 2006 to see a day like today, and unfortunately some of those people are no longer with us, but we hope today that they're looking down in Kenny Park today with great pride to see our club back to the top of Galway hurling again. To our management team, it's a big team, I could be here for a while, but our backroom team, Dr. John Kilrain, our medics, Joe Fahy, physio Aoife, Kira, our kitmen, Maddie and Joe, our psychologist, Michelle, she did a tough job, our S&C coach, Kelvin, and our stats team. Look lads, thanks very much. Everything you've done for us is unbelievable. Thanks. To our coaches, we're very fortunate to have serious coaches here in Loughrea, and we thank them so much for what they've given to us over the last number of years, and all the coaches that have trained us from underage up till today. And them coaches, Gavin Keary, Shane Cusack, Kieran Corcoran, Alan Curley, Nigel Murray and John Conlon. Lads, we can never thank you enough for what you've given to us. There's one man, I don't know what I'd say about him, I can't put him into words. I'll never be able to repay him for what he's done for us as a team. He's a special guy, he does everything for Loughrea. You speak of legends of your club, and I'm sure this man's going to go down as our greatest legend of our club. He was a winning player and he's now a winning manager, and that man deserves a massive round of applause here today. He's none other than Tommy Kelly. Look at Cappatagle, there's nothing I can say that's going to make it any better for you. Look at you're a serious team, a serious club, and we stood down there 2 years ago and we know what you're going through, but you have to rally around, go again, and look at, I've no doubt you'll be contesting county finals in the near future. So just a massive round of applause for Cappatagle. Last but not least, to the people of Loughrea, you've shown us savage support over the years. You got behind us when we were on our knees 2 years ago, and we promised you in the Temperance Hall that night that this team would get back here and we'd right the wrongs of that county final. So we're absolutely delighted we've been able to do that, and we hope that you're going to enjoy the celebrations later on in the town, because trust me, we're going to go absolutely bonkers for the way of the town!
Well, Ian Hanrahan, you can't blame. And I suppose Andy is a man that has accepted the cup and made that same speech. A special moment for Ian Hanrahan, isn't it?
It is, on a personal view for him, from himself, his performances. He's the captain of the team, he's the first man out in front, and it's a real honour for him as a player to accept that. And every player will tell you it's not done without everybody in the panel, the backroom team and all that. As for himself, it's a really great achievement to get to do that.
And I suppose there are some questions coming through there from some of the people coming through, is that Paul Houben pulled down for the yellow card when the penalty, or had a yellow card when the penalty was awarded. Could there have been a second yellow card? I suppose they're all the things now that people start looking at.
Yeah, well, that's the thing after the game, which you'd have to say, we're here and there isn't one word about the referee. Fantastic crowd, which is a great sign.
Yeah.
The match wasn't about the referee, it was about the two teams. No, there was hard bells.
Hold on, we'll go to Niall. Niall, I think you're in the middle of the Loughrea group there. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, I have one of the coaches for Loughrea here beside me, Shane Cusack. What a day for Loughrea, county champions.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you just look at the scenes here in Athenry and the sense of community and the sense of pride in our team and the pride in our town, it's just fantastic to see and play a part and be able to help people and the lads there be part of that and to just to be I suppose I'm struggling for words even, Niall, what to call it. It's just so the positive role models that those lads are for all our juvenile players, and it just hopefully it inspires the next generation of Loughrea hurlers. That's what I really, really hope it does.
For Loughrea's perspective, you've had disappointments in the past, but to get over the line today, this could lead on to better things more again for Loughrea.
I suppose like we've been very unlucky. I suppose in the time, possibly in our previous time, our best ever teams, if you like, have coincided with a Tumla team. We're just savage. I mean, like just a brilliant team. And we lost to teams in county finals and went on to win Ireland club titles with Clarenbridge and St Thomas's in I think in 2013. I think it was. But this is a different team and a young team, and you'd be hoping that if they get over the line today, the experience with that hopefully they grow and as a team and mature. I think what you see today even is the maturation of the team even from 2 years ago. And just the game management has just come naturally as they got older, small bit, and whatever about falling over the line, we don't care. Just get over it this first time, and then we'll see. I remember Limerick falling over the line in 2018, and look what happened to them. I'm not saying that's going to happen to us, but this is a springboard. Hopefully, that they will see that as a springboard to go forward from here.
It was a tight game. You started very well, but you got 3 points before half time. They were all in injury time that gave you that 3-point lead going in.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. Like. Funny the way the game went. We started off like really well. We got 4 points to no score up, and then I think Cappy might have hit back with 5 in a row. They were causing us trouble when they were sitting back deep, and it took us a few minutes to get to grips with that. But we said all year like we've been faced with problems and we'd work it out, and eventually we worked it out. We got a few balls short through the lines, and Tiernan, I remember, finished off one and got one into Burnsy in the corner and finished it off as well. So that was a nice lift going into half time, definitely.
Anthony Burns got 1-3 today. He's had a phenomenal year. A guy who's playing for a good number of years. He had serious potential. He's delivered in spades this year, hasn't he?
Burns, he's been absolutely brilliant. I mean, I think he's 4-17, 4-19 now in the championship so far to date. Like, he's been absolutely brilliant. And somebody had to pick up the slack when Martin Mack left. And in a strange kind of way, he's probably benefited from the lads' injuries because we had 5 very good players for 3 positions, and lads maybe looking over their shoulder a small bit. Where now he was the main man, and that wasn't going to change. And so we had to have total faith in him, and he total faith in himself. And I'm delighted for him, absolutely delighted for him, because his work. I know how hard he's worked, and it's fantastic for him.
You mentioned injuries, Martin Mack's injury. There was a good number of players injured at the start of the year. I remember coming here the day you played Crowell. You had a very young team out. You were missing a good few players, but ultimately they all got back in. But did it strengthen your team that the fact that all those guys worked in games at senior championship level?
I think what it did was give massive confidence to the squad. Do you mean like when you're faced with so many injuries, especially early in the year, like, and Jamie's was looking like it could be gone for the year. Mac was like, God, definitely gone for the year. Like, and you're thinking, like how are we going to plug the gaps? But I think what it did, when the lads came in and the young lads played on, like even at training, the standards of training didn't drop, and we were able to keep working and training at a high level, and that just fed the confidence throughout the team. And then fed the confidence throughout the players, and we realised that, hang on, if we stay at this, something good can still come out of this. I mean, so undoubtedly younger players, and it's amazing, even talking to some of the older lads in the squad, how many times they've mentioned the likes of Bobby Feeney, Alan Kelly, the conversation. They've been absolutely brilliant for us, and we can't thank them enough. Do you mean?
There are exciting times for Loughrea. You have a lot of good young talent coming through now. I know the likes of Alan Kelly didn't come on today, Bobby Feeney, Vince Morgan. All these guys are coming through. They're going to put pressure on the lads on the team, which is great for the club.
Hopefully, I hope this inspires everybody to push even harder and want more days like this. I mean, because Johnny and lads, that they've been what they have done and as what they have led this club for 12, 13 years. So it's who's the next generation of lads that are going to lead that club and push for the next 12, 13 years for our lads.
Well done today. I'm sure you'll enjoy the celebrations, and I'm sure in the next couple of weeks you'll look down and try and go for an All-Ireland series.
I think I'm going to enjoy it next few days anyway, first style, and then we'll have a think about it. I'm sure we'll get together, and I've no doubt, looking at the lads, they will want to have a crack at this later on the road.
Well done today. Congratulations, and enjoy everything about the winning the county championship.
Thanks, Lyle. It feels good. Thank you.
Great stuff. Good man, Shane.
Thanks.
We'll try and get a few more now as well in some time.
Yeah.
But what a fantastic day for Loughrea. I'll hand it back to you there for a couple of minutes, and I'll try and get a couple of more lads.
What about that All-Ireland series? I mean...
Yeah, look, I would always feel that the Galway champions have a great chance, because we have a very high standard. If you go to the club game, say Limerick and Clare were All-Ireland champions and Tip, they'd have 1 or 2 or 3 very good teams, but they wouldn't have the balance of teams that we'd have. Andy know the same with Cork playing, say, the Clare teams, and they're All-Ireland champions, fair play to them. So I would always feel that unless there's a very good team out there, we told her, now Thomas have won 2 All-Irelands, but before that, Athenry won their few All-Irelands, Portumna won their All-Irelands, Kiltama won their, these champions, when they put their minds to it. See, before this, clubs mightn't have really, you'd say the county final was their All-Irelands, or that kind of way. But now, the way it is in Galway, you're expected to deliver a little bit. It isn't just, now I know Loughrea will celebrate, but they'll have time to break up. No more than Teen Abbott and I were here last week or the week before.
Yeah, there's a December time date, I think, that's semi-final.
They're a season team. They should be, they should look forward to going straight ahead. it's kind of an icing on the cake. That it's a free shot, like they've nothing to lose, and all of a sudden, like okay, Ballygunner look good, and they still have more monster, but the other teams they're all kind of changed.
Thomastown, Dublin,
are new ones, Cooler,
Slotnail and Cushendall or semi-final next week in Ulster. So you don't know.
None of them unbeatable, like like in Loughrea, like knowing them they'll have a good cut, and they have a nice sprinkle of youth and experience. Maybe they have more youth than they think than people think, like because they're sprightly.
Niall, how are you doing there?
Yeah, I should have Ian Hanrahan now in a couple of minutes. He's talking here to some other journalists around us.
Good man. But even on that point, and I mean, it is not like the current All-Ireland champions were St. Thomas were from this parish.
Yeah, you'd have to say, looking whatever will happen in the All-Ireland series, you'd have to think that Loughrea are saying to themselves, right, if we can keep our heads here and be able for the success, because you'd often see with teams that they get a win and next thing they can't handle it and they don't put in as much effort the following year and then they end up on their backside. So they're surely saying if we keep our heads here, looking at what they have on paper, looking at what they have to come on, you would have to say that potentially they could, whatever about the All-Ireland, they could certainly rule in Galway for a while.
And even with Niall's interviews, that theme is coming through about getting over the line the first time, isn't there? Because it is so hard to do that.
Yeah, and he makes a great point there. Once they're able to handle the success, like in a sense, you have to handle the failure because there's nothing you can do. You can just put down your head. Now, Cappy will be hurting tonight, but they will come back again because they always do. But it's how you handle success when it comes.
Eamon Ryan, the Cork football manager, ladies manager years ago, had a great saying. They asked him after Cork won their first All-Ireland, what's the secret to future success, and he said small heads and small backsides.
Niall, you're ready to go again there?
Yeah, I have the team captain with me here, Ian Hanrahan. You're after lifting the Tom Callan Cup. Special?
Oh, special moment. Stuff of dreams, really. Since you're a young boy at 6-7 years of age, training above on the pitch, it's what you dream of, is representing your team and getting to a county final. We were back in 06, I'd say 12 or 13. I looked up to that team and they inspired us, and that's what we're trying to do is inspire the next generation. And seeing there today the kids in blue and yellow, hopefully we can inspire them after what we're after achieving there. It's absolutely brilliant.
Your own performance, 2 points in the middle of the field, 1 in either half, significant.
It is, yeah. Look, if you can chip in with a couple of points, it's great. But it's the collective team, it's a collective performance, and that's what we always strive for: a team performance. And 1 to 15, and the boys that come on, it was just unbelievable today, and we're just delighted to get the win. Yeah.
There was something about Loughrea this year. You were the only team that won every game of the championship. You seem to be improving all along, and there was a bit about you all year.
Yeah, look, we're a well-driven team. We had our knocks early on in the year and people maybe wrote us off, but we believed in ourselves. We've good young lads coming through. I said earlier in the week, it's testament to the coaches in the club at underage that they keep producing a couple of guys every year to come into the seniors and they're just seamlessly stepping up. And early on in the year, the younger guys, the Bobby Feeneys and these guys, they just stepped up when the more experienced lads were injured. And we believed all the way, all year. We never had an ounce of doubt, no.
And I was speaking to Shane Cusack there a few moments ago. He was saying that probably the fact that you had to play a lot of those younger guys strengthened the panel big time.
Yeah, it did, yeah. I look at their great young lads. A lot of them young lads have come through, have played for Galway at underage, and coming into a good setup, it's easy for them. And they just drive us on, keep all the older lads on the toes, and you're not going to give up at places.
You've played a good number of years yourself, but for the likes of Martin McManus missing out today, you'd have to feel for him, a guy who's given a great service to Loughrea over many years. Jamie Ryan only able to come on as a sub.
Yeah. Look at. It's tough on Martin, he missed out. He's a colossal forward, one of our best forwards, and Jamie as well. But it just shows the strength and depth in our team that Martin Mack missing Jamie Ryan on to start, and the quality that's there, it's just brilliant to be part of it. Yeah.
Finally, you've become the third Loughrea man to lift the county cup. What was it like when you lifted it?
I don't know, to be honest. It was unbelievable. You dream of it as a young boy, and you probably don't think it's ever going to happen. But luckily enough, it happened today, and we'll enjoy the next couple of days, probably the next couple of weeks, and we'll settle down then again.
Well, fair play to you. Enjoy the celebrations and enjoy being a county champion.
Thanks, Niall. Thanks.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. Cheers, go man.
Thanks, Niall. While you get another one there, the comments on that, Andy. I mean, for the captain to lead, he kind of said he almost can't remember the speech, but that's a lifetime memory for him, isn't it?
Oh, it is, and probably the overriding feeling is it's more than likely relief, I would say as well, because they finally got it over the line. They've been under so much pressure all along. And as you said, it's just a volcano exploding there at that very time that he's getting the cup. So it's a big release for everybody.
And I suppose it's literally like a pressure off, isn't it?
It is.
Before you go again, we go to Niall again. Niall, just to explain to everyone, we're across here in the gantry on the terrace side of the field. Niall is over at the stand side of the field. And thanks to Donald O'Sullivan, this is all happening. Niall, who have you now?
Yeah, I'm over at the far side of the field trying to get lads. I have the goalkeeper, Garage Loughnane. He'll be remembered for making that penalty save just after half time. A crucial moment, Garage.
Yeah, look, there's always crucial moments like that. Goal is a big, especially this time of year. There was only 2 points in it for a finish. I think it was Burns. I can't even remember who got our goal, but it's just
games like this, no matter how you think one team is better than the other, it doesn't matter anything this time of year. It's all about hard work, and if you can stick your goal chances, it's huge. So it was just great to make a save like that.
The crowd that was here was huge. What's it like in a county final to see such a cauldron here in Kenny Park and Athenry?
To be honest, over the last couple of years, I've sort of blocked out all that. Like at the start when I first started playing goals, you'd probably be looking at sort of things like that. But the last couple of years, you get a bit more perspective, and probably something looking out at now. But to be honest, the crowds don't really matter at all. It's only the crowds after the pitch here. You sort of look in and look at all the people from Loughrea and their family and everyone. It means so much. Like we're trying for years and years to get this. As lads, I said it to Neil there. I said 15 years. Neil, he goes, no, 16. Like he heard in a county final 2009. Him, Johnny, Paul, they played in senior finals years after years. There's about 3 of us I think have played in finals the whole way up along. Every age group we've got to A finals and lost every single one of them. So for a lot of us it's very sweet because we've gotten to finals and we've been called chokers, we've been called everything. But just to stay going and stay persevering, it's huge, and it's huge for us, to be honest.
And for Loughrea to get over the line, you mentioned there's been serious disappointments down through the years. To finally get their hands on the County Cup, that's really special for the town.
It's really special for the town, to be honest. Like a lot of the players, I think a couple of years ago, a lot of great young lads came in, like say Hansy, T, Morgie, so many good young, I'm probably forgetting lads there, but when they came in like it didn't bother them that we lost county finals 10, 12 years ago. They came in, their confidence was through the roof, they're fantastic hurlers, and they sort of give us a whole new lease of life. Like the likes of our age group, we've been there a long time, but there's probably about 4 or 5 different teams that have combined for this, like Johnny, Neil, Paul, Ducky, they all won a minor back in 2009. Like they're going a long time at senior level, and then my team was fairly good underage. We lost a lot of finals, but it's sort of a lot of like, and that's what we're saying about the people at Loughrea. There's a lot of good men and women put in a lot of time to a lot of underage teams, and this is probably the culmination of an awful lot of work.
What was it like when you saw the penalty being given? Did you say, oh Jesus, here we go again?
Not really, to be honest. No more than any other penalty, I didn't think it was a penalty. But I've sort of good record, except for Johnny to be laughing. He's a great record hitting them, and I have a good record saving them. This year I didn't 2, but other years I've nearly saved them all, so I was confident enough, and I had a quick word of Hansy, just as Johnny could tell me. Hansy gave me a quick word, and luckily it worked out.
Finally, when the final whistle went, I think Johnny Cohen had the shitter in the end. It was up on your end of the field. It was pure elation, wasn't it?
Pure elation, yeah. And it's probably after Johnny Cohen had the ball in his hand, like he's the most successful hurler our club has ever had. He's won everything with Galway the whole way along, and to finally have a county medal, it's great for likes of him. But it's great for everyone in Loughrea. Like as I said, there's so many. Mick Kelly there just looking out, like he's giving us sponsors food, the whole lot. There's so many people to thank, and it's just great for everyone, to be honest.
Well, congratulations, Garage. Enjoy the celebrations, and well done on winning the county championship.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Well done. I think Joseph Mooney is quite close to me as well. I might pick him out here for a couple of words as well. Joe Mooney, the wing back, or the wing forward, I should say, for Loughrea is beside me here as well. Joseph, fantastic victory. You've won the county championship at last.
Oh, I'm speechless tonight. It's unreal. I think back in 2013 was my first year at the squad, and we got to a final, and you nearly start thinking that you'll have a final every year, and then it took a long time to get back to 2 years ago. We were heartbroken leaving the stadium that day after the replay, but it's all the hard work we put in. This management team has given us everything. The club has given us everything. The town has given us everything. It's just unreal, yeah.
You went in full forward near the end. You were crucial in that goal. You took on the full back. It was saved. It broke out. And when you saw Anthony Burns sticking it in the net, did you think we're on the way to winning the title?
Oh, it was just, the game was up and down, so it was kind of a thing where I was probably not getting on much ball. Started the second half, and lads took a gamble, put me in, and thankfully paid off. We got a goal out of that. But I think, James Garvey and the lads there at the Cappy full back line were probably cleaning up at that stage. We needed a bit of something different, and thankfully it worked out.
It was a tough old game. You got off to a great start, but they settled into it. But we've said it to the lads as well. You got a couple of points before half time that got you in front going into the break.
Yeah, we had a really good start. I think we went 4 ahead, and then Cappy kind of had us under the cosh for a while, and it was, the pitch was really good, but it was kind of, maybe it was the emotions, the anxiety of the day. I think both teams were nearly a bit leggy in the first half, and then we kind of got that lead going in at half time, but it didn't even feel like a 3-point lead. And then second half, my heart was in my mouth at the penalty. It was, some save from Garrosh, to be fair. The next thing, momentum kind of goes back with us, and as you said, then we get the goal, we go 5 ahead, and then I think it went back to 2 for a finish. So it was only a 1-score game still, so it never felt like we had our hands on the cup until the whistle was blown, yeah.
There was disappointment in 2020, obviously, or 2022, I should say. You nearly got there against St. Thomas's, but to finally get over the line, it means an awful lot for Loughrea, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's everything. I'm working in the school there now at the moment. You can see all these young lads here. It means the world to them, and it means the world to the town. We were crying out for something. 18 years is a long time. And we're just, as I said at the start, I'm speechless. It's just unreal. Yeah.
No doubt you'll enjoy tonight and the next few days.
Definitely, yeah. Look, it's as Ducky said there in the speech, we'll we'll have one big party tonight, I think.
The young lads here beside me, what class do you teach?
Third and fourth. These
Third and fourth class lads from Loughrea here. They'll be in St. Brendan's Boys National School. They mightn't see you for 2 days, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Or Joseph, I should say.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe we'll see later in the week. They might see me, but hopefully I will be bringing the cup in now. So yeah, it's unreal.
Well done. Congratulations. Enjoying everything about winning the county cup.
Fair play. Thank you.
Well done.
Niall,
Well done.
we'll
That's
have to
Joseph
ask,
Mooney there.
Of course, you'd have to bring in the teaching team. But did you teach many of these lads?
Well, I taught that lad anyway, even though I forgot his name near the end.
Oh, you did,
But one or two of them, yeah. But it's fantastic. There's, in fairness to St. Brendan's, they have a good guy there now in the school teaching them, and it's fantastic. And I was at a celebration last night where there was teachers. They were speaking about primary school, what they did for primary schools, and different things like that. And it meant so much to different areas. But I'm joined by another lads before we finish up. Shane O'Brien is here beside me, the wing back, the man who scored the first point in the county final. And did you enjoy that?
Oh, absolutely. It's just great for the town to win one. 18 years is too long. We've been thereabouts. It's just unreal. It's unreal. I can't actually put it into words. It's just unbelievable for the parish and everything. Getting emotional, but yeah.
You've had a fantastic year as wing back.
Yeah, well, Tommy came to me at the start of the year and he said, we're going to try something different. And he trusted me. I just said, I'll work like a dog and hopefully it works out. And sure, look, I'm happy with the way it went anyway.
And you've been picking up some of the star names from various different teams. It's the same again today. I think you picked up Niall Collins at the start. But to get that first point on the board, to get that first few points, it settled you into it, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. Like, you see the crowd there today. It's a high pressure situation. It's just good to get a good start. And I think we all drove on from there. And it was just great to get it. Just not like me to score one, but I'll take it today.
It's a fantastic day for Loughrea. We can see it out here, all the supporters out here. But for the youngsters within the parish and within the town, this will give them a hope as well that they can go on and win county championships in the future.
Oh, absolutely. I remember looking on in 2006. It was my heroes out there. Sure, the young lads there are enjoying it more than we are. The future is bright in Loughrea. Like, I see some of the underage teams going well there. A good few of our lads are involved in them. And sure, yeah, it's great to see them out enjoying it now.
What was it like for Dad this week? He's living in Kilreacle, as the pub in Kilreacle. Had he both flags up?
He had both flags up, but I don't know. I was down in Templemore, so I didn't see any of it. But he was telling me, yeah, it was a bit of crack, a bit of banter going around the place. I was there on Friday evening and there was a bit of crack going. Myself and John Mitchell do meet for a cup of tea that time, and sure, there was a bit of banter going between us. It was good crack.
Is that wonderful? John Mitchell, a sub for Cappatagle today, and yourself sitting down having a cup of tea a couple of days before a county final. It just shows that there's friendships between the players on both sides.
Oh, there is. Like, look, we've all been to Bridget's or Rayfields together. Like, we've all went to school. We've all played Connacht finals together. It's just to be on opposite sides today. You're no longer friends for 60 odd minutes, and sure, look, we'll probably have a pint in the next few weeks together again over the Christmas and stuff like.
And they were a formidable team, 2 points in it in the end. They kept going and going.
Cappy's an unbelievable club. Like, they came back in every game they've played this year. I watched a good few of them. They're just unbelievable. Their resilience, all their hurlers, they all stepped up this year, especially the last day against Thomas's when their backs were against the wall. They really stood up and they came back at us today again. They're just unbelievable.
You'll hardly get to Templemore for the next few days.
We'll see about that.
Well done, Shane. Congratulations and enjoy the celebrations. Well done. Good man.
Well done, Niall. I don't know how you're doing there, but...
Did you get Tommy already? No.
But lads,
I'm looking for the manager.
Yeah, you're heading for the manager. You're heading for Tommy Kelly, all right? Maybe to wrap, yeah. As he's trying to get Tommy Kelly there, the penalty save was crucial.
Oh yeah, like anytime you get a penalty, like nothing came out. It was a great save. Usually you might make a save, get a 65, get a pointer, but nothing came out. No, it was well hit, but like Luke Dan has said, as he said, he has a good record. But it's not as easy scored in penalties as people think, because with the new rule where you have
21, it's
you
a
can't
big
go inside
factor,
the 21, like, you know.
But the game was going around there for 5 minutes heading up to that goal. There was not really no one had taken hold after half time, and it was finally a chance for Cappatagle, but they missed it.
Right, Niall, have you got him?
Yeah, I have the Loughrea manager here, Tommy Kelly. Tommy Kelly, what a day for Loughrea.
Oh, this is unbelievable. This is dreams. Like we've had our knocks. We've had loads of them, and they kept coming back, and they're just an unbelievable bunch of guys. The coaches, the backroom staff, everyone that's helped out. The committee at home, the chairperson, secretary, treasurer, and all the people that donated to help us to get here, and it's not just about the players either. It's about the whole unit, And I suppose this morning, I'd say nearly in every household there would have been people there saying, "God, I wish Mammy or Daddy were here. They would have loved to seen this, or I would wish my brother or sister or somebody, And it's it can be a little bit like Christmas, where it's a beautiful moment, but it's also sad when we're missing so many people. And there's been legends that has passed through this year alone. Sean Sweeney, Sweeney, Father Ambrose McNamee, who was on the 1941 team, Mort Avern, who coached the 81 team. Sorry, I shouldn't have started naming names, but in case I miss somebody. But there has been so many absolute legends of this club that have passed on, and their families are here and they're supporting and they're hugging and kissing and crying and everything is going on. It's very emotional, and we're very, very proud of the players and everything they've done.
What was it like on the line? You got off to a great start. Cappy came into it, they went in front, but you came again before half-time, and a few of the players have mentioned the fact that you got 3 points before half-time. It probably changed the team talk going into that stage, the fact that instead of maybe level, you were 3 up going in.
Yeah, they're very composed now at the moment. They're after learning an awful lot over the last number of years. They're getting scores at the right time, and they're able to back up scores with more scores. And they've probably got mentally stronger as well over the last number of years. Sometimes I was asked there last week, whether it was a hindrance or a help to be in the 22 final. I said a bit of both. I said there would be scars there, which was in evidence as well, but they also learned from it and they drove on. And so proud of the lads. They found a way, and that's what it's all about.
Looking at the way that your team is now, you have a lot of experienced players, and for the likes of Neil Keary, Johnny Cohen, Paul Hooban, I know there's a lot of young players in the team, but for the likes of them who've soldiered for many, many years, to finally get their hands on a county medal is special. Yeah,
Johnny probably, I'd say today was his 8th or 9th county final to Tagoughton. Would have lost maybe 5 of them and drew 2, and he was back there in 09. We lost in 10 after a replay in 10. We lost in 12, 13, 22 again after a replay. So listen, for us as to bounce back again and come even stronger, 14, 15 years later, and it's just a credit to those guys. They're unbelievable men.
The goal was going to be crucial, whoever got it. Garage Loughnane made a great save to deny Liam Collins from the penalty, and near the end you got your own goal from Anthony Burns to win by 2.
Yeah, we spoke about that during the week. Whoever was going to win that green flag battle was always going to be in a great position to kick on and win the game, and luckily enough today, listen, I do, my heart goes out to Stephen Craven and the Cappy lads. They're great neighbours, they're a great club, and we know what it's like to be in their dressing room. But listen, obviously with the heartbreak we've had over the years, I wouldn't be swapping. But just want to say, listen, Cappy will be back. They're a fine team.
There's great times for Loughrea looking around the town this week and last week, the amount of bunting, the amount of flags that were up. But for the next generation of players, to see a team win a county championship, I was talking to Ian Hanrahan early on. He was beside, I think, Damien McLaren when he picked up the cup in 2006. He's picking it up now himself. This will elevate it further from a Loughrea hurling perspective.
Yeah, 100%. I hope it's not 18 years though. That's a little bit too long. But listen, I suppose we celebrated the 1941 Cup for 65 years. We celebrated the 2006 Cup for 18 years. So,
and you celebrate this one too, I'd say?
We're going to celebrate this one. For how long? We don't know, but we're going to celebrate it.
And I know you're not thinking about it at the moment, but there's an All-Ireland series further down the line, and probably it's nice to get a break now for a couple of weeks before you can focus on that and playing the Leinster champions before Christmas.
Yeah, you're right. We didn't. I've nothing done on that. Absolutely nothing done on that. Who would I be? To even consider thinking any further than Cappatagle. So today was the day for us. Both teams had great semi-final victories, and we were down the home straight with one other team to get our noses in front to come to the line. And thanks be to God, our nose was in front. And again, couldn't be prouder of the people of Loughrea. And you look around and you see the smiles in their faces. It's more than hurling, isn't it? It's emotional.
Finally, Tommy, you've won the county championship. You're the only team in the county that won all their games in the championship this year, and Loughrea were the county champions.
Yeah, that sounds good and it sounds nice, and I'll take that. Yeah.
Well done, Tommy. Enjoy the celebrations, and congratulations to all in Loughrea. Well done. Cheers, good man, well done.
Thanks, Niall. Super job, Niall, and thanks a million for your work down there at pitch level. We'll come back to do the wrap now with Cyril and Andy. Lads, at the end of the day, Galway champions, new champions, Loughrea. They look forward to the All-Ireland series, as we said, but it brings the curtain down on a championship that has thrown up a lot this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, it has been a great championship. Okay, we have new champions.
Yeah.
Thomas have been fantastic over the last 8 or 9 years really. But they were eventually beaten, and Loughrea are the ones to pick up the tab afterwards. But again, they probably deserved it, because when you listen to Tommy Kelly there and hear about the county finals they got into and lost, they lost more than you think really. And
it's a huge burden to be
it
carrying.
probably was a burden,
yeah.
but and he wouldn't be saying that to the players, because they'll have enough to get over the line. But once they are the unbeaten team this year. Every game we saw them playing, they set their tempo out early on. They got on top early on. Maybe kind of had their valley periods, but they came again and finished strong. And they were getting goals, and probably that's the big thing. When the chances came up, they stuck them.
A one-goal game, Andy, often the case.
One goal game, big score, but you have to say over the whole context of the championship and signs on, they've been unbeaten. They've come today. They've weathered a lot of storms now. They looked like they were in control. They nearly made it a little bit harder on themselves at times in the game, but overall they saw it through, and you'd have to say worthy champions, and let them enjoy their celebrations for tonight and a few more days anyway at least.
Andy Cohen, Cyril Farrell, thanks for your work right throughout today. To Niall Canavan, who's coming across the field. He's been chaperoned there by the great Dermot Flaherty, who was guiding him across the field.
Would you believe, Sean, Flaherty has a jacket on, would you?
He has, so it must be cold when he has a jacket on, is right. I want to say a special thank you to Donald O'Sullivan, our own sound engineer, who played a heroic part today in terms of logistically getting everything out on air. Our thanks to Galway GA TV and all the work that they've done as well. Darren, you'll kill me, we probably took a little bit longer than we should have, but it's been a fantastic season for the Brooks Senior Hurling Championship. They have new champions. Commiserations to Cappatagle. Loughrea are the story of 2024. It finishes in Kenny Park in Athenry. Loughrea 115, Cappatagle 16 points. Tom Cannon, for the third time, will head to Loughrea.
QFinancial.ie got the price and advice for me.
Pension auto-enrollment will soon be introduced. This means that all full-time workers over the age of 23 earning more than €20,000 per year must contribute to a pension, and employers must contribute. What are those pension entitlements, and is there independent advice available? The Q Financial Pension Team are experienced in advising both employees and employers of the positive and affordable options available for your situation. Call 091 421 900 or log on to qfinancial.ie.
Q Financial, QFinancial.ie.
Based in Clare, Galway, OMA Financial Services Limited, trading as qfinancial.ie, is an authorised independent pension intermediary regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Every single ticket that's sold, 5% of proceeds from that ticket is going to Jigsaw to help us provide free therapy for young people aged 12 to 25 across Galway City and County who are experiencing difficulty with their mental health.
We redefine your relationship with energy, save you money, and get you on the path to a cleaner, greener future. JFW Renewables, your nationwide solar energy specialists. Call us today for a greener tomorrow.